Afternoon, everyone. It's commentator Jay Windross again, flying solo until I'm fairly sure Jamie is meant to be coming in. I'm not sure if we'll see him after Vic's disappointing loss yesterday in the preliminary final. This is the finals of the singles, all categories. We will be focusing on this stream on the open singles between Justin Sedich from New South Wales and Luke Foster from WA. Let me know, guys, how the audio is. We have been having a little bit of issue over the past few days with the new room, possibly with a little bit of interference, but just want to make sure that everything sounds good. Thank you, Philip. Appreciate that. Audio is fine at present, apparently. Marty. Thank you, Marty. Thank you, Philip. Appreciate you keeping us updated. We'll get the see if we can get some ambience noise as well from the crowd, so you're not just listening to my dulcet tones. I'll definitely keep an eye out, see if I can grab someone else to sit next to me, so we're not listening to my voice and all the wrong call-outs and the wrong mapping. See if I can grab someone who's been in one of these finals before to come join us and give us their little insight of what it's like to play in the final singles match of the Australian titles. The tables have gone under a little bit of maintenance to make sure they are playing at their best. All 4 tables are being used in the main arena. We obviously have the Open, we have the Ladies, we have the Masters, and we also have the Australian Cup final being played. The Opens are a best of 19, a race to 10, and the other matches are a best of 15. Getting ready for the lag. We apologise for the delay. The Australia Cup final started a little bit late due to some issues with pull stats, but no doubt the short delay of only about half an hour will be well worth the wait. Looking forward to seeing everyone in the chat.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Finals Day. Welcome to the singles grand finals for our 4 divisions. First, I'd like to introduce the grand finals for the Australia Cup singles, the inaugural Australia Cup singles. From Western Australia, Steve Mountford. From Victoria, Justin Kennedy. Congratulations on making the final, gentlemen, in the inaugural Australia Cup singles. We'll kick off the match shortly. On table 1, in the Masters singles grand final, from South Australia, Alec Evernadas. from South Australia, Lyndall Vine. And from Victoria, Isabella De Giorgio. On table 4, in the Open Singles Championship Final, from New South Wales, Justin Sayich. And his opponent from Western Australia, Luke Foster. I'd like to wish you all the very best. Congratulations on making it to the grand final. Umpires take control, and please begin. Thank you.
Come on, Justin. Come on, mate.
President Travis Crawley introduces the players. And we are ready to start the lag. Luke's put a bit of right-hand side on that lag and still got away with it.
Come on, Just. Let's go, mate.
Luke will break.
It's an average flag. Let's go.
Looking forward to seeing the predictions in the chat, what the scores we believe is going to be. Reminder, race to 10. Luke overcame a very gallant Andy Barnett, who seemed to be one frame ahead all the time. Justin knocked off the reigning Australian champion Ben Noonan. Luke's dumped the white. While there's a cluster of yellows on the left side of the table, the reds do look okay, but I do believe we are playing world rules here, so I do believe that the yellows are the better set. I was hoping that I'd get someone, possibly a past Australian champion, to come join us, and Michael's just come along and popped a pew down like his ears were burning. And we're about to get him mic'd up. Michael, welcome.
How are you, Jay?
Good, thank you. Commiserations on the result yesterday, but singles today. Prediction?
These actually don't know. I'm actually going to say Luke. Luke gets this one. 10-7.
10-7. We've had a couple of Fozzie 10-7s in the chat. Justin just falling short to Mark in the singles plate. So already seasoned in a final already this week. Is this Luke's first Australian singles final?
To be honest with you, I actually don't know. I would say so. But I'm thinking, how cool would it be for Ben and Luke to be able to both say, brothers, Australian champions, so.
Absolutely.
And Justin's going for his third, which will be sort of history in the making as well.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few of us on two, and in this rule set, and Justin is actually going for history here.
Now, winning one's hard enough as it is. You were I won't say good enough, but you were classy enough to win back-to-back titles.
I was happy to win one, and then the second one, yeah, it was obviously a bonus, and then I fell short to Ben Foster in the third year, so I lost that. I was 7-0 with Ben and lost that 10-7 to make that 3 in a row. So yeah, I was extremely happy with that result, obviously. But look, just winning one is obviously the goal.
What is this any different to playing in teams? Is the feeling any different when you're out here on your own? I know that a lot of the players are going to have their teams behind them, but is the feeling any different inside?
Yeah, it is. For one, you're playing for yourself, and you're not playing for 7 other teammates and your state. So there's probably more pressure in single frame pool than being out here, because look, you've got frame after frame after frame. I think the initial first frame is definitely the hardest, the most nervy, and obviously the last one is as well.
Yep.
In the singles. In the teams, I think you're just nervous all the time because it's just one frame, and you want to do well for your state and for your teammates, So it's definitely different. A bit of a nervy start here, I think.
Yeah.
Justin, probably will have a dip here with the way the Reds are. Just wants to land on this one on the rail. Doesn't want to be hampered. He's hampered. He should be right, actually.
A little bit of awkward queuing, but can play the combo if he really wants to get out of the hampered queuing.
Yeah, you're right there. Yep, you can. But see what he does here.
Make sure you can see the live chat. Just
got it.
Yeah, these jaws are starting to tighten up a bit. Rather than skidding in, they're starting to just bite and grab and just throw into the opposite jaw now. The arena's looking great.
Yeah, stands are coming up. The crowd. Justin wanted to come out a bit more then. So he's going to have to play a good shot here.
Is the shot you take here different in the first frame than you would be, say, in the 6th or 7th frame or 8th frame when you're more settled in?
I think the right shot's still the right shot.
Yep.
So if you start changing and it doesn't work, I believe you should, regardless of the situation, if you're always taking the right shot, I think mathematically you'll probably end up in front more times than not.
So he's going the top of the yellows.
Yeah, he's going to have to hit this hard.
And looks like he's going to end up in the centre.
He wants it to. He doesn't want it to stop there. He's landed in between. He either wanted it a little bit higher or a little bit lower. So I think he takes this in the centre, screws it off the bottom rail, tries to miss the red, and comes back up the table if he's got the angle there. Well, the other thing he can do is just pretty much play a double and stun off the bottom rail and come back up. He can cut it in this way, but he's going up towards the reds. So he's actually landed in the worst position possible. An inch higher or lower would have been fine. Would have made it, a lot easier. But
White ball wise, easier to go to the centre.
White ball wise to land.
But yellow, harder to go in the centre.
Yeah.
So you it looks like he's going to be going centre.
I suppose all you want here is to knock in the yellow and give yourself a chance to at least double the black. So
it's just a bit of a stun, maybe a little bit of a soft screw. You think the pace?
He's just worried about the red.
He's on the double,
He's done that.
and he's rattled it. Reds aren't easy. I don't think any of those reds actually go. Looking straight behind it where I am.
So a shot here, I would be nicking off that bottom right red with side and flicking it in the way of the black and try and get a good snooker on the left hand side of your table here. So 2 shots in one. It's important to cover this black.
Played a brilliant shot, just like you said.
So you don't. A lot of people then will try to put that over the pocket, may even create a big gap, or or leave the black on. So he's pretty much just tied it right up.
Well, he's cut off any alternate shot really. There's no double now.
So
Justin's obviously got no choice but to touch up here and say, Luke, your turn.
a big advantage here for Luke now. He's big favourite now to take this first frame. So if these are touching,
Come on, Bella.
do you just spray the ball?
Come on,
I
Justin.
think he marked it like a bowl jack.
I thought he did. Was it a torch?
Yeah, possibly just
A torch to see if it's
shine
shiny.
some light in, get rid of the shadow down below the balls.
If it is touching, he can actually come up and down if he wanted to and open up those balls. So if it's touching, which it looks like it is, just probably come up and down the table and try and open the balls up, which he has.
He's done. Oh, he's been a little bit unlucky, but
There's nothing wrong with that because he's still got options now for another snooker. And even if Justin gets out of the snooker because he's tied up the black, then Justin's still in trouble here. So
the only sort of partly saving grace that Justin will have is possibly white ball off the side rail into the yellow, and with enough pace the white coming across the table and maybe disturbing the black.
yeah, like
That's his
yeah,
only possible chance.
good shot there.
It looks like he's almost blocked off the one rail kick on both directions.
So if I'm Justin here, either touch it or you want to put the pressure back on Luke and maybe even open up that black and red.
Mm-hmm.
It might sound a bit crazy, but first frame,
Mm-hmm.
I probably wouldn't do it right now. But I think Justin's best chance to win this frame would be when Luke decides to pull the trigger and goes into that red and black, and if it doesn't work out, then he might only have two balls, three balls left on the table, and Justin has one.
Yep.
So
You almost get into a situation where you want to bait Justin into. Bait Luke into having a go.
So even this top red here, he just hit it out, leave the white there. Get this out though. So that's good. It's a good shot.
Now, I saw you put an earpiece in when you come in. Sure, it wasn't just the microphone, or is it anything that is in the ear of Luke? Because you've called 3 shots in a row, absolutely perfect from Luke.
I think I can just, I don't know. At this level, I can see that what he's going to do, and it's to me, it's obvious.
Justin's going to swerve this.
It's going to come off the cushion here. He may even be able to disturb the black. Let's see.
Oh,
He
I don't know. He caught it. Did he
No,
caught
he
it?
didn't. He foul.
No.
If he did clip it, he may have gone into the black too. So it was a risky shot, but I think it was a calculated risk. And I think now obviously it's time to pull the trigger. You got your 2 shots. You've got a few extraction balls. If you don't want to extract, which probably I think you should, depending on the situation. So roll this. He'll knock the left one in, and then he's got 3 balls he can choose from to pot and screw down and open up the black and red. So here he goes. He can just pick which ball he wants. I probably would say the middle one of the 3, and he can stun down, aim for the pocket, stun down directly, and try and go in off. And then you should clip the red and the black, open them up, and then go game. So that's an option. Or if he wants to clear at the top, but I like leaving some balls.
Looks like he's going the higher of the 3. Sorry.
Yeah.
Looks like he wants to get rid of this one on the top rail.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with this as well. I just like doing it early, so therefore if it does go pear-shaped, I have more balls to play safe off.
Yep, that's correct.
But he might just bump the red out and the black and still go game.
I think that as long as he pots this one down the bottom left corner,
Great shot, great.
holds 2, then I reckon that might
See,
be.
he's lining it up now, but he really wants his first frame. If he doesn't get this first frame after being in front now, it will hurt him. So I like this. If I'm Justin here, Justin's happy that he's going this way about it because it means that he's putting all his eggs in one basket towards the end. Where
Shot, Justin. Come on, mate.
what I was saying before is if you knocked in your top balls, stun down and open them up, it can be a little bit risky, but look, at this level, you should be able to stun a ball down and hit a basketball.
Yep. Looks like he's trying to leave himself a bit of angle so he can come across the toe. He might be a little bit thin. He's probably going to have to play this with a little bit of running just to hold the... Oh, no, he should be all right. It looks all right. I mean, what are you aiming for to hit here? You're aiming to hit the black, or you're aiming to hit red, or you're just trying to hit one of them?
I think I'm trying to hit both, and then sort of just screw off it a little bit. So I don't mind this, but I don't. This can go wrong and put pressure on Luke. So we'll see how he does it.
Free shot at the double, pretty much.
So now it doesn't matter.
No.
But at the end of the day, it still will if he misses this. So there's still pressure on this out. So he's made a good shot, and there's still pressure on the out with 2 shots.
So you're not worried about where the wide is here, you're just knocking the red in?
Yeah, 100%.
Which he has done, and he's got flat on the back anyway. Full confident.
Yep.
Fully confident.
So he made it look easy, but there was still pressure on some of those pots, and it could have went pear-shaped quick. But he got the job done.
Held serve.
That's it. So a missed opportunity there by Justin, and a lot of the players have actually been landing short on those little screw back shots and stuff like that. So Justin will know for next time to play a little bit harder.
You said earlier that the first frame and the last frame is the hardest one to win. You'd be happy with 1 yellow left on the table with 6 or 7 reds and 2 shots in hand in the first frame.
Give them to me any day. That's what Luke's saying.
Now, Luke, I'm pretty sure we were commentating during the week and watching a couple of times Luke playing. But I've seen him in some snooker situations, and he's just constantly getting out of them and potting balls.
I saw him come off 3 rails yesterday, knocking a ball.
He did one against Barney as well, 2 rails and knocked one in.
There's plenty of support here for WA, I was going to say.
Justin's made a ball, just got to make sure he gets a nice wide, which is he'd want to stay yellow purely for pocket control in the bottom right corner, but the starting yellow to get into this is look, I think if he can make this yellow the 3 that's sort of around the centre of the table, get the centre of the 3, he could possibly land on the one in the centre and possibly push the white through to the top left corner.
So what he needs to do is, that yellow's a problem for him here. So if he nominates yellow, he'd really like to knock in a yellow and then open up that one at the top left, putting a lot of pressure on reds, because if he leaves it there, or if he can hit it, see it now, then get it out. So all he wants to do now is get it out, and then he's in control. He's 1 step ahead of his opponent. So this is perfect. So you can see now that there's pressure directly on reds, because if he didn't take that out and did miss his first shot, then all Luke will do is knock that bottom red out in the yellow, and then now the pressure's on yellows. So it's important to stay 1 step ahead. There's an opportunity here. Luke can play the one in the centre and try and get that bottom red out at a later date. So he's forcing Luke here to have a bit of a dip.
I think Luke might have a bit of confidence after clearing up last frame. Oh, what a shot. Would have liked that red to probably get a little bit closer to the centre pocket. It is on nonetheless.
But you know what, if he gets it, he gets it. It's a good out. So there's not much Justin could have done there. Just bide his time a little bit. And if he does get to the table, he'll be in a lot better position than he is now. So
is the angle not on for the one in the right centre to get into this red on the line?
Made that look easy.
I'll tell you what, he's queuing well, isn't he?
Made that look really easy. Oh, that shot was really hard.
Score update is 1-0 to Luke. Mark, we'll have to get one of them on the phone to update the scores, because we can't do this manually. Obviously, it's through Pull Stat.
So if this goes in, he's now going to try and find an angle I think, to either knock that red out or just leave it for a double. And he can leave it for a double because there's a yellow in the bottom left that if it does cover the pocket, then Justin still has to make a decent out from there.
Yep.
So he's not handing Justin the frame. So he can actually nick into the yellow and push it dead if he wants to, and just glide off it or glance off it.
I feel like he would have liked to have been a little bit more
It's gone
past the...
That's gone horribly wrong.
Yeah, I think he just wanted to be a little bit past the balk rather than below the balk, just to avoid that yellow, so he'd have a little bit more control on what the white was doing.
I think the black passes bottom left as well, so we're going to get the score updated. We're just letting the guys know that they need to do it on their phones, so it's all done on Pool Stat.
Daniel, generally the team manager of the teams do it, or someone watching generally would be looking after the score, but I don't know
Second
if they've
frame of the
organised it.
singles, and they've probably forgotten. Oh, wow, that's actually, what a massive result that is. Absolutely massive result.
We'll have Nessie onto it. Nessie's just updated the chat. Pretty sure she hopefully will be taking control of the pool stat.
Yep, she's just getting the message now.
Then the ref, it would be perfect for the ref to do it. Unfortunately, the referees don't get the link to the live scoring, as they're not preparing which referee is going to be refereeing which match. The players get the text message to let them know when they're playing and what time to be there, which is a really clever system, to be fair.
Justin's got to be careful of the, yeah, that's right, he's judged that well.
We've just had a little bit of an issue with the graphics there. Jaden obviously joined me last night for the preliminary final of the teams. Gave me a great captain's insight.
Yeah, they've got a good side there, say. Very, very, very good side. Very solid. They're all well-seasoned 8-ball players.
And a great opportunity for Jaden to learn as a captain as well, having someone like Alec in the team.
It's a good shot there by Justin, just adding the pressure. He could have tried going game there, playing one in the centre, coming up and down the table if he wanted to. He did have a nice linking ball on the left, to the right, to the yellows, but he's applying pressure, and that's what Justin does quite a lot to his opponents. Just keep applying the pressure. Plays very good percentage pool. Justin is one of the best at it.
Very methodical, isn't he?
Yeah.
And will play percentages. He won't just go for an out for the hell of going for an out. He will weigh up his percentages.
I think Luke's going to try and get this red down the bottom end of the table here. Hasn't worked out.
With that drag shot, if he caught that at the right angle, that one was going off.
So you can see applying a little bit of pressure. Justin's now back at the table in a better position with all these yellows. So if this is on, this is a bonus.
Yeah,
He'll come around the reds now, sort of in the middle of the table. Yeah. Wants it to pull up a bit.
Oh, he's got the top ball on, he's alright.
The centre ball's on, he'll be fine too. He can just drop it in or come around off a couple of cushions where he's standing now.
I think does he just go the one in the top left corner, dead weight, and just take centre?
It's a bit dodgy. If it's on in the centre, he'll take it. But if not, he will take that top one. He just wants to do, just keep everything very simple. So,
yep.
And he'll probably land. He'll try and land in an area. If this is a bit dodgy, he'll hit this off 1, 2, 3 cushions. If not, he'll be able to roll it in. Looks like he's going to roll it in. No, there it is. 1, 2, 3. He wanted it. If I was him, I would have played that. Yeah, you have to play that a bit harder to give yourself an option of obviously all three. But
he's forced himself that he's got to take this one in the centre now. Oh, well, maybe not. I mean, you could take the one in the top corner. I mean, it's a tougher shot, but it's a natural angle run through for the centre.
He just wants to leave himself a good angle on his very next shot. This is basically the black ball.
And you don't want to land too far. You want to land straight, if not to the left of it. So the yellow does pass in this bottom right corner.
Just wants to leave himself a nice little shot here for the black.
About level with the centre of the table.
And that's perfect. So now he can just drop it in. It'll stun it in and stun the black in the same pocket. That was perfect.
One all.
Alrighty, 1-1. And over the last week, just watching these guys on and off, I think they've played. They've always looked very good out there. They've looked consistent. They look great, to tell the truth. They were here for business, so
Absolutely.
be a cracking match tonight. SA versus WA. Man, that's going to be loud.
Oh yeah.
Going to be crazy.
Absolutely. WA boys are absolutely on an absolute high and just running on adrenaline and just using that.
Yeah, I saw them last night. They went out for an hour, and all the smiles on their faces just showed how happy they were coming from fourth to making the grand final. Mm-hmm. And you know that if they win this thing, it's gonna be loud and crazy.
Just checking the scores on the table. Alec is 2-1 up, and Lyndall is 2-1 up. I'm pretty sure that's what the score. Yes, correct. Oh, sorry, and in the Australia Cup, Justin Kenny, I'm pretty sure, is 1-0 up on Steve Mountford.
Not a great layout here, so
He's got one ball below centre. He definitely gives the balls a whack, doesn't he?
So he's still behind in this frame, Luke, with the way the yellows are situated. So you can possibly play the yellow on the right-hand side rail, and get it out and actually go into the top yellow with the red and actually open them up. So he opens up two yellows, puts a bit of pressure on Justin. So I'd be leaving if he's playing this, he must be pulling the trigger.
Are you? Are you looking at the yellow, which is central to the balk, in the centre of the table? Are you cutting that to the right pocket and trying to cover it and maybe nudge your dead yellow out behind those two reds just to promote a ball? Or are you opening too much of the table?
I would have.
You run the risk of opening the pocket.
If he's pulling the trigger here, after playing that yellow, I'd say he's pulling the trigger here. So, I mean, if he puts the ball over the pocket here,
he needs to cover the pocket.
Yeah, like I think the yellow landed in a perfect spot. It blocked off Justin's red, and it was still potable for Luke.
Yep.
So possibly, nudge those two yellows off the rail on the right hand side of your table, open it up a bit, and Justin then has to go in defence mode or attack mode. He has to make a decision very quickly.
Is an option here for Justin the two reds that are inside the balk on the right side? Does he play the one he's got access to off the one that's on the rail, running it to the top corner and getting a red out, or is that too much?
It all depends.
Great shot.
It all depends on obviously this shot too. Like Justin's opener there was hard. So
Come on, Justin! Come on, mate! Let's go, Justin!
a bit loud in here.
Come on, Bella!
So there's a chance Justin can clear the table here now.
He's got a bit of angle on that red, doesn't he?
He might be able to get this out now. If he doesn't hit the yellow, he may hit the yellow. If he doesn't, that's perfect. If he doesn't, he's opened it up.
And he's got himself a shot across the table as well.
Shot, Justin!
Great shot. Really good shot.
So the ball that Luke tried to put over the pocket there, he wasn't perfect on it. So to sit it over the pocket, to sit it over the pocket, it was hard for where he was. He wasn't behind it directly. It was a hard shot, you know. And if it went in, he was in trouble. If he left the gap, he was probably in trouble.
Come on, Justin! Come on, Justin! Let's go, mate! Come on, mate! Come on, buddy!
There are 2 Justins playing, so might sound a bit weird.
That's it, Justin! That's it, Kennedy! Let's go, mate!
Sage wanted to be possibly straighter there, so he can run through, play the one down the
Come on, buddy!
It does change things a little bit. It changes the mapping a bit to get on this red on the side rail.
So what I'd be doing here, maybe playing the one in the centre. Yeah, I think he's got too much angle. So
Yeah.
one in the centre, a bit screwed back, so he plays the one that's directly under the black in the left-hand side of the table. Then he can come back down for the one he's looking at now. And then that one links to the right-hand side one that goes under the yellow. So it all sounds really crazy from here, but.
Can you take the red in the top right corner and come round to it? Or?
Oh, he's tried to do this. I like it.
Oh no!
But it hasn't worked out. Didn't really get much action off that.
It's a little bit of a tough line. Is 3 balls, basically all in alignment here.
Justin he may be able to just hit that red and stun directly sort of back where he is now and leave Luke sort of no
Come on,
shot.
Kennedy!
It's a hard shot, but
Let's go, fella! Come on!
I'm not sure what he's going to do here. He's in a bit of trouble. He can tie up the black a little bit if he wanted to, but he's just going to try and leave the white at the top end of the table.
Come on, Justin.
Just make it hard. It's a good shot.
Let's go, mate. Come on.
So he's kept it simple. Red's out in the open. Luke's going to have to play a good opener if he wants a chance of winning this frame.
He's only got 1 shot.
Yeah, 1 shot.
He's only got 1 shot.
You want to make sure you don't foul here because you don't want to give Luke 2 shots because it's just instantly game over.
Shot, Juzzy.
It's is the long double on? Or
Look, I suppose
a shot to
anything,
nothing long double?
Yeah, maybe. It's hard.
A big pocket in the top right corner.
I think getting a good white here too, if he's going to play safe, getting a good white somewhere maybe down the bottom, making Justin play 1 long shot to try and start things off. But
Come on, Justin! Go on, Justin! Let's go, mate!
I'd probably be having a dip at the yellow as well. So he's
Oh
done
wow!
So that's exactly the shot. You'd play because you get a good white. So he's got a good white, which I was talking about before, and he's also had a dip to give himself a chance to still win the frame. So he's done 2 in 1, but he's done 2 in 1 actually perfect.
Yeah.
So
Are you playing the combination here with a big pocket, or are you potting clean? He might not have it.
Probably playing the
have an
combination.
option.
I think he plays a combination. I think he has to play the combination here because going back for that yellow could destroy you later.
Oh
Oh,
jeez,
he's left a gap. That's a little unlucky. I think that squeezes.
Could be a gap.
Yeah.
Could be a gap.
There's a big gap there that goes straight through. Not a problem.
Yeah, that's a big gap. We just haven't got the right line on view on camera, but we do where we're
So
sitting.
Justin would try and get down to this, roll through and pop this ball on the left-hand side of the table, and he's going to pop the top right red to land fat on the black. So
Wants to land a little high. You want to be straighter on the black rather than angled.
so
on
where
the
he is now, he wants to roll through. So where he's aiming, he wants to try and pop that red and roll through so he can get the angle to drop that red in and then land directly on the cushion. Pretty much where his elbow is right now, that's where he'll be on the cushion.
That's fine. That's
Yeah.
perfect leg.
So where
It's
that,
nice
where that
little
leg
leg.
is on that
Yep.
pool table that you see above that red, that's where he'll be.
Correct. That's
He
table
wants to
2
be
leg.
careful with this too. He wants to make sure that he gets this. So
Just doesn't want hampered queuing either because these are a little bit
No.
tricky. These rails.
it's such an important frame. They're all important, but getting a few early ones is always important.
One against the swing as well, considering it's not his. This will be
So he's up
a
there.
break of serve,
Yeah.
so to say.
few little tactics going back on, or a few little nice safeties back and forward there. And just it's all about applying pressure at the right times. We have 360 plus viewers currently watching this final. I'm pretty sure that will double. It's popped up another 5 or 6.
A tough little frame. As we noticed, all the balls just heading to the top of the table, and it wasn't really a better set.
No, I think
It's almost who got the better result earlier on in the tussle, I suppose,
Yeah.
that was winning that frame.
I still think if they went to a finer cloth for the Nationals, it'll actually make the breaking a lot easier. Balls will spread a bit more. Tables will play
A lot more
probably
lax run.
tad easier, because these tables are hard to play on, and these guys can actually make it look easy sometimes. So a lot of people in the venue, we're only seeing a part of it at the moment, but if we pan around, there are a lot of people in this venue at the moment. And there's Trent. Good old Trent. Wave, give us a wave, mate. He's he loves it. He loves his job. He went back a few days ago to Melbourne for a snooker final. Drove 4 hours, won the deciding frame, and then drove 4 hours back. Got back at 3 in the morning. That's dedication.
As a premiership player as well.
8 hours. 8 hours of driving.
Let's go, Bell.
3 or 4 hours of playing snooker,
Go on, Biggs.
and then got back at 3 in the morning for his match at 9.
I don't think Rod Taylor would have let him live it down if he didn't show.
No, that's right.
Mr. Kennedy's on shine. Let's go, mate.
Justin's made a ball. And he's cleared out that bottom pocket as well.
Oh, has he landed on a yellow?
Gotta get the
Or
yellow.
a red?
I think he's on a yellow in the centre here. Or actually, the look on his face.
Dan, I changed my mind.
It might just be on. The problem is that you can't really play any swerve or any side on it to sort of throw the line of the yellow to the pocket.
These are the bits of luck that you do need when you're in a final like this. Like the white, just imagine the white just moved over a few mil. This frame's basically over. That's a good shot by Justin. This frame is now at his mercy.
Okay, Jay's trying to pick up his car key. I've tried to trade the territory for the Merc. It didn't go down too well. Justin's soft roll.
Wow.
It just goes.
He's lucky there. It was a fine shot too.
Are you going in the centre here, or are you taking this one in the bottom right corner? Get the white back towards the
I
black.
think he's going. It's hard to see the angle here. I'd be playing the one in the centre, maybe coming off 2 rails actually.
So the lower of the two.
The lower of the two, coming off 2 rails. But
Sort of getting the gap between
Yeah.
the 2 yellows on the bottom.
if he does play the bottom yellow, he can stun into the yellow next to it. But
Chance of
things
killing.
can go wrong too. So he's still out of position here. I think he's about 1, maybe 2 more shots off still making this work. So this is going to be a delicate shot, this one. There it is there. He's played it okay. He's fine, he's actually. He can pop this, he's got a bit of angle, he can actually come back where he is now. Or actually even come back and drop it in the centre. So I don't mind actually screwing the white ball back about half a foot or a foot here and then playing the bottom yellow into the middle right centre and actually bumping into the yellow. I think it's safe. Yeah, where he's looking, he's actually still looking quite high. So he wants to be careful here. I don't like this because he can snooker himself. So I think he should take his medicine here. But it's always hard to see from here.
I think I'm with you. I think I come back, sort of 2 or 3 ball rolls, and
He needs to pick a gap.
then sort of run the right of the yellows into the side pocket and sort of just nudge into the yellow.
Don't underhit this. Everyone underhits these shots. So he has. And he hasn't played. So he really needed to make a decision there to actually come back and be on that bottom ball and then just play the one in the centre and bump into the yellow. He wanted to come up higher before and pick that gap, and then I think he was in two minds. I don't think this goes. I think he's going to have to swerve this, which therefore he may not have a shot on the next yellow. So this one, yeah, he's just talking to himself now.
Just can't get the view behind his cue. What he's doing. Looks like a bit of bottom left on this just to get around a little bit. Maybe throw the yellow a little bit towards more of the pocket.
He may stick on the other yellow though if this doesn't work. So there it is. That's what I was worried about.
To be fair, tricky white to get into this. This one is on in the left centre, which it sort of looks like it might be. They all seem, apart from the tough red next to the right centre.
No, they all link actually quite well.
Yeah, they all seem pretty there.
So he'll roll this in, and then he'll want to screw now, pot this and screw back up top end of the table, and then he can play the one in the centre on the right hand side of the table. Then he can play the linking ball down the rail, and then he can play the top red to come down for the one near his hand at the moment. So that one near his hand at the moment should be his last ball for the black. So he's going to come up the table, and that's a bad shot.
That's not ideal. He's only has to be in the bottom right corner of the pocket to get this red now.
So now he's going to have to play that red in the centre because I don't think it goes in the bottom corner. He just wanted to pass that red. If he passed that red, he would have come up the table more and then obviously played the three reds at the top of the table and come back down. So, but it isn't the worst thing because he can put Justin in trouble.
He's only got one part of the table to pop this red next to yellow now, and that's down this bottom right corner. Is he chipping this out and playing a little bit safe just to leave Justin no shot?
Yep. He just wants to be on this side of the table.
And he's blocked off the ball that he needs to block off as well. It's a great shot.
So
clever shot.
I wonder if Justin, he might have to be careful because the yellow does come off the red if Justin punches it, and then it leaves him fat on the yellow. So Justin's either going to try and cut this in, which is extremely hard, but doable, or he may play yellow off red, punch into it,
and try and put it in the bottom right corner.
But now he's asking Justin the question, and if it doesn't come up with the right answer, Luke will take this frame.
I feel like the glance off the side of the yellow and just trying to leave the white down in this bottom right corner somewhere, leaving a tough shot's probably the only option to say, Luke.
That's another option too.
Yeah, I know you're playing well, but he looks like he's taking the cut on.
To tell you the truth, I don't mind that. I don't mind glancing off it and asking the question.
He's made it, but is he on it?
So going back to what you said before, if he did glance off that, push the red to the left-hand side of the rail and leave the white at the bottom end of the table, Luke was possibly then in trouble without playing he'll have to play a really good shot. So maybe he missed that opportunity as well. So, and that's the thing, you've got a really good safety there, or a really good, you can go for the game.
Yep. Luke's got an opportunity to go for this. This red near the black does go to the top left corner.
Still missable. There's a lot of pressure on this shot. So this is the black ball. He has to pot this and get a good white.
He's been queuing well. He's been hitting well. I think this is as good as in, especially if he's going for it.
He's smashing it through. What a great.
And he got a result as well.
So just one more, but I back him to get this.
An update on the other tables. We've got Justin, I think, is 3-0 up on Steve Mountford. Isabella is now 3-2 up on Lyndall. And Alec is 4-1 up on Grant Weekly. or Grant Weekly as he likes to be known.
It's such a crisp shot. He's looked great this whole tournament, Luke. So
You're looking for a little bit of right-hand run through here, just to get a little bit
not
closer
really.
to the red, because it looks like a tough red in the centre.
he just wants to come up and down like that, and he'll bounce off the rail now and come out. So he doesn't have to do anything. He didn't want to be straight on that and punch the red in. He wanted to have this angle so he can just nick it in, and the white will come out naturally off the cushion. Like that. So yeah,
Brilliant shot.
Just rolls it in and the white comes naturally out. Doesn't have to do anything. And you can play those shots all the time and you're going to get perfect position. Look, it's been some good back and forward pull here. There's always going to be mistakes. It's not going to be perfect, but it's been good.
Guys, a reminder, there's a link in the description. Any donations, greatly appreciated to help CueballTV continuously increase the quality of the streams and the equipment available. These shots of the room have been amazing.
Yeah, every little bit helps. You know, $5 here, $10 there. We've got 400 plus watching at the moment. It'd be nice to get 500 to $1,000 in donations over the next hour or so to help with just getting some more equipment, updating, some more cameras, and just every little bit helps to make this view you're watching right now
lost the white. Look at these yellows.
much better.
Are you going yellow or are you going red here? I might have gone for the holster here.
Actually, I don't mind both, to be honest with you. Like,
with the ball in hand, do you take this red over the centre on the left side and leave a run down the rail?
I don't know if it goes under the yellow, but we'll see. He may be able to pot this and screw into
Yeah,
that
it looks
red
like
on
that's
the
what he's
rail.
doing.
So I do like reds here, just because they're all there. I mean, except you've got one dodgy red, like you have a dodgy yellow, but ball in hand, if he screws back into the red, it should be all over red rope.
Perfect. Oh.
And he'll take that, that's fine.
He's landed. I think he's landed on the good side of this red into the centre, so he can drift back down.
Well, if he plays red onto red, he just plays it hard enough so the red actually comes out to the other side of the table. So he's looking at it now. It looks to be pretty good.
Send the red down towards the top right corner.
Just
Or leave it
anything,
on there.
just get it out.
Yep.
It looks easy here, but it's definitely not. I think this is his black ball. If he knocks this in, I think this is all over. Yeah, he's played that well. He's played it well.
Would have liked to avoid the contact with the white there. Probably would have got him a little bit of a better angle, but I think you just screw this in softly, just a soft little screw.
It was vital that he gets the pot there because the way these balls are situated. So now he can play the top red, screw into the cushion and come back out. But if there's too much angle, he's going to have to then obviously go to the one in the centre and reset, and then come up for that one. But he wants to come up for it quite early and not leave it too late. And he doesn't have very many balls to do it from. So he has to make a decision now. Does he take it now or does he try and come up for it after the next red or two? And I think he's going to take it now. I think this is the right shot.
As you've said in the past, that's the black ball right there.
Yeah.
That's the black ball shot.
Yeah. So now he'll play the one in the centre, come down through the yellows at the bottom, bounce back up to the table, back up in the middle of the table, and have a choice on two reds. And that's the way I see it with his camera angle. So I don't think he can roll it in. I think he'll have to come up and down the table.
I think the shot here into the centre, the red down the bottom left, and then the red
Yeah. So up and down
on the
and
centre of the table would probably be his last ball to get transition onto the black.
Well, he actually doesn't know that yet.
He'll probably take this top one now, considering the angle. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, no, that's right. See, a shot like that, I mean, we can always map out, but sometimes you have to play a shot like what he just did then and then reevaluate straight after that. So if he was probably a little bit, if the white was maybe a little bit over to the right a bit more, he'd definitely take the one at the top, but I still think it's worth taking now. So this is the shot.
Probably just wants to land a little bit lower than straight, just so he can get a little bit higher.
This is fine. I think the black. I'd say the black's going in the center pocket here. So he just wants to screw over. Yeah, that's fine. I wonder if he's hampered. If he's hampered, yeah.
Drop it, Justin.
A little bit hampered, but I don't see an issue with this.
That's fine. I think
Great finish.
to be a little bit critical there. I think he could have gotten better on that black. But he's done that well. He's done that well. So 3-2 to Justin.
Apologies to the room camera. Mel's just Mel and Mark are throwing printers and other technology around up on the stage there and causing the camera to shake a little bit. So those who've got motion sickness, we apologise. Michael, you've got experience in these singles finals. 5 frames in, about to start the 6th frame. How's the feeling now for these two players? Do you feel like you've settled in?
Where's the
Link
link?
to. It's in the description. There's a description of the channel. It should be.
We're going to put a link in the chat as well, just to make it a bit easier for people. Look, if you're not settled in now, I think you settle in once you sort of get a frame on the board. Once you get a frame on the board, you do have just that bit of calmness about you, and you can relax and sort of start enjoying the match a bit more. But if you know you go 3-0 down and you haven't won a frame yet, you're really starting to stress out. Like, am I meant to be here? It's all over, and all these demons can start going on in your head. But I think you're relaxed. As soon as you get your first frame, even if it's 2-1, 3-1, something like that, I think you can relax.
I think Luke broke first and won the first frame. Tristan, so while they haven't run the racks off their own breaks, I'm pretty sure it was 1-1 and they both won off their own breaks. I could be wrong.
The balls haven't been splitting that well also. Like this one here.
You'd be happy with yellows here.
Yes, but they still have to be, he's got a good one. They still have to be made. Like this isn't easy as well. So, but what I do like is I don't mind yellows here. You can play the bottom right yellow down the rail if he's going to go yellows, or if he's going to go reds, then he has to make sure he gets a good angle later.
Come on, Justin!
He got on his sort of hardish red first up, but he's missed the important pot and put Justin on his probably difficult yellow.
Yeah, so with yellows, like the yellow that's near the middle centre on the right, he could have played that down the bottom right, then play the top yellow and it links to the top left yellow, but then he can come under the red and yellow that's near the centre of the table. And I mean, look, reds or yellows are fine. You couldn't afford to miss, really. So
I think both colours sort of had their iffy balls, but
yeah,
two players of this quality can manufacture their way around the table to make those. Justin digging into his bedside top drawer to grab his extension. Just give himself a little bit extra length. He still hasn't got a hair out of place for 9 days now. Nice little shot there from Justin. Decided not to stun this to get the gap above the red. He's decided to just run through, use a natural angle to get to the top of the table. And this should be quite an easy transition up the table now. He's got his natural angle. This is all just controlling the weight.
Thanks for the video.
Well,
Sorry.
all right, thank you.
And the spillage.
Justin's prime position now to get rid of these last three. The yellow. Excuse me, the yellow that's sort of bottom of the rail in the left corner is a little tricky. It's he either wants to get angle to pot the higher of the two.
Just wants to take control, and if it goes in, sweet. It's not a frame losing shot right now. So all Justin is doing is trying to he's playing the percentages really. If it goes in, he's a chance to win the frame. If it misses, he's still a chance to win the frame because Luke has to do something to keep himself in the frame. So Luke's one step behind at the moment, possibly two, which he's going to have to come up with something good here to not go 4-2 down. So bit of a weird miss. Oh, another one. What's going on?
Miss.
The
Are you playing this yellow off the black?
Come on, Justin.
no.
Come on, mate.
No, if I'm deciding to go game here, it's actually not on a yellow. If the yellow of the pocket was on, I'm taking that and just rolling the rest of the balls in. So when you decide at this level to go game, you go game. So he may take the yellow and red off the yellow here. But thanks, Brent. $10. Thank you so much to start, and that's great. Every little bit helps. So thank you.
I've just got a note that the audio's gone a little bit funny. I apologise. Hopefully it clears itself up again.
Oh, Justin's missed it. So this is an opportunity now. Possibly start even now sending reds back down this area. Gary Anglesey, thank you. $10.
Possibly related to Luke.
Luke, possibly, and the yellows. The writing's even in yellow too. For WA.
Thank you very much. Well appreciated.
So, he's missed another shot. I think Luke. I think after this frame, Luke needs to take a bit of a breather. Needs to reset. Even just start hitting a few balls a little bit softer. He's starting to. I think he's starting to jump off his shots. Maybe even his bridge hand is moving a fair bit, but he needs to sort that out very quickly. So Justin's just going to open these balls up, exactly like that, and Luke's back in trouble. So Luke had one opportunity there to pretty much start sending his balls down this end of the table and make it a bit harder for Justin now. So all he wanted to do was make it hard for Justin to pot out. So the out is there now for Justin, and he will possibly make this out. So I'd be sending another. I'd be playing the red in the centre and then sending another red down here. He's been playing red in the centre. Let's see if he gets it first. I think we'll get it. Okay, so red in the centre. Now I'm playing one of the reds at the top of the table, and that red near the centre of the table that he's looking at now, I'm putting that under those yellows, just to make it harder.
That's exactly what he's looking at right now.
He doesn't. He's got it in the right angle, so he's close to it.
Are you chipping your dead red that's on the top rail here and sitting behind the red?
I would be stunning sending this red down, so I don't like this. The reason why I don't like this is because... Sorry. So, I would have preferred to see that same shot played, but Luke actually putting that red down into right now those reds are doing nothing up there.
Yep.
You want to bring your pretty much soldiers on the battlefield into battle. So
Is he planning on knocking?
I was just going to try and fix something.
Is he planning on possibly getting the black to the top of the table now where he's got control at the top?
Been very fortunate there. We're just going to try and sort out this issue here.
Ray, world rules. This is all world rules. The international rules have been completed for nationals of this year, so. Yeah, look, we apologise about the audio, guys. We know that there's a bit of fluttering with the audio, but apparently it's all good now. We don't know what's going on. I don't know why it's happening. It's just coming and going for some reason. So, sorry, Michael was saying, is Luke looking to somehow get the black to the top of the table where he's got control?
Well, if he can cover the pocket here. He wants to try and cover the pocket because that's a good shot. So, because now if Justin gives him 2, all Luke has to do now is nick his red out and nick the black out and has a chance to win this frame. So that's all he wants now is a chance to win the frame. So what he did before with knocking the red out and snookering, thank you. LOA 4242 donated $50.
Yes, we do remember Jamie's missed black last night. I'm sure Michael remembers it as well. We were a little bit stunned.
It was tough. Jamie's black was tough. I think next time he just needed to open his eyes and then knock it in.
Appreciate the $50 Dax. If you want to throw some more cheeky little comments in, make sure you add $50
That's
to it because I'll read them out all day.
You can bag Jamie out if you want. But you just got to throw in a donation, and I'll follow up with it. I'll even message it to him. So Justin's given away 2 shots here. So exactly what I was talking about before, but he's now hoping that Luke doesn't clear these or he can't pot a ball. So here we go, bit of a smash, or he's not on it.
Is he going at this too early? Does he want to get in a better position to possibly get the red and the black out?
If he's in a position now, he takes it because he's got 2 balls over a pocket. So I can tell you now, if he has the opportunity, even if he screws off the cushion into the black and gets the red out, gets the red out, screws in the cushion, screws into the black, I think do it now because he's got 2 reds over a pocket. There it is there. That's a great shot.
Oh, that is a brilliant. Is this going in? Oh, so really double kissed in.
I don't like, with what I said before, I actually don't like the foul there. I think Justin should have.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Sam. $20. Thanks, guys. I don't like the foul there only because of this situation. Being 3-2 up, I would have actually fought that out. Personally myself, but who knows? But it's worked out well. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's worked out well. So
in hindsight, those reds up the top of the table weren't dead. They were in play the whole time.
Yeah. So you want to keep him off his. You're trying to keep him off the dead red and dead black. But the thing is, if you're trying to do that, but then also you're trying to keep him off the easy starters he has at the top end of the table. So the foul there, I believe, probably wasn't the right thing. So that's just me. I'm just a player. I'm just a commentator.
I think that all stemmed.
Jamie Stevens 2.0.
I think it stemmed from him chipping the red over.
Yes.
And snookering, because that's when he got his first 2 visits, I'm fairly certain.
We'll just try and get some score updates.
The ladies, Bella's up 5-2 on Lyndall, which Michael gave a little bit of fist bump for his Victorian counterpart.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, mate. I'm actually really happy for little Giorgio there. I'm sure her parents are watching.
Alec is
I'm sure Gus is watching as well.
Alec is a comfortable 6-1 up on Grant, should I say? Grant.
It's got to be nice to be in a final 6-1 up. And Bella, I was having a bit of a chat to her earlier. Like she's all business. We're just going to get back to the action here. Just press go. There it is there. Yeah, Bella's, I'm just looking at her face right now and she is all business. If you can see her in the background there. Determined, yeah. She lost the plate. Like Bella and Lyndall actually played in the plate yesterday. And Bella lost, I think it was 6-5. And yeah, to be able to play her again in an Australian title. Now, Lyndall has won, I don't even know how many Australian titles she's won. She's won a lot. So this will be Bella's first one. And
I think it's in the double figures, to be fair.
yeah, it's something crazy. That's how well Lyndall's done. And I think Stacey Vine's been getting some coaching off her too, because Stacey's pool game is not quite right. Nah, Stacey's brilliant. One of the best all-round players in the room. Tactically, one of the best.
Positional and mapping play, I find, is his strength.
Is mapping. Positional play comes with mapping. If you don't have positional play, mapping's out the window. If you don't have mapping,
Sorry, I've been on mute.
Oh, you've been on
I've
mute.
been chatting to no one.
Sorry,
I was saying positional play and mapping is Stacey's just been elite.
If you've got good mapping, then position comes with it. So you can't have good position without good mapping. Otherwise,
Good mapping without good position. Good mapping,
Yeah.
position, good mapping.
Otherwise, you're just going to be trying to throw the white ball around the table a lot like what Rusty does. Trying to land. Yeah. All good. So anyway, we're just trying to sort out a few little glitches here. We've done that.
No EC. She wasn't available. She wasn't available to play this year due to other commitments.
Should hear you snore.
Luke's played a nice little counter shot there, just to cover that pocket in the top left corner. Justin's got a tricky little out to work out here. A combination, wants to land on his lower red. He's caught the yellow. Justin's just got one little problem, well, possibly two little problem balls. The red that's near the black also is a little bit of a problem landing on that as well.
He's just scrambling a little bit at the moment.
Because from where I can see, it doesn't look like it passes into the centre bag. But you can't really see.
So whatever happens here,
too well.
Justin needs to do something with this red at the top of the table. This red that he's looking at, leave it there because it goes in, it could double. It's in play. This red at the top isn't in play. So if I'd be possibly doubling this down to the bottom end of the table, just get it in play and go, okay, here Luke, have a go. Go from there. So there it is. There's the in play. Doesn't want it in. This is going to be...
Oh, he's flushed it. Absolutely flushed it.
That, when you're Luke, you're like, God, please go in. Please go in. And then when it goes in, you're like, inside you, it's all parties. It's parties. And then you look at your opponent and they're bleeding. It's good fun, but you just don't tell anyone.
This one down the rail now, by the looks of it. It looks like this is the
If
option.
this goes in, then Luke's going to be bleeding. He hasn't even made it, actually. All right, so it's something. I actually back Luke here too. He's got too many balls to land on these bottom balls. So if you can play the one in the centre and screw past the red down this end of the table and start clearing up those two yellows at the bottom end of the table, I think Luke, we may have a new leader.
I can't really see the gap. I don't think there's a gap below the red in the corner. I think he was trying to get low there.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but maybe.
It's brought Justin's ugly red into play. Luke's almost have to go game here.
Well, his obviously his plan is to go game because I think he will lose if he misses. But I feel if that was a dodgy shot, he should have just played his yellow over the pocket at the top and then reset.
Yep.
Because a lot of people like obviously to keep that ball there, but sometimes it can basically be ball in hand. These three balls.
Queuing nicely.
Shot.
Queuing very nicely is Luke.
Alright, so
Looks like he'd wield an axe for the living, but he's very delicate with the cue and very precise.
yeah. Is he going to play to get on one of these yellows, or is he going to stun down the table?
He's got down on it pretty quick, so I feel like he's already got his mapping strategic plan up and going.
To be honest with you, he had an opportunity there to get down this end of the table. I know those two yellows could have been a bit of a hindrance to get back onto, but I believe that was his opportunity then to get down this end of the table and possibly mop up these two, but he's going to want good angle on here to get down. Let's see if he's got it. Does he have it? He's going to have to punch this. So
I think he's got enough angle.
Queuing required, timing required. He's going to have to punch this quite hard and actually come down towards in between the yellow that's the bottom left and the red that's the bottom left and the yellow that's just under the black, like just in line directly where that yellow is, where he is now. So
I think he's all right. I think he's got a little bit of
he's all right
angle,
too, yeah.
and he's got no hindrance in his queuing. I think the cue goes low past that red.
Well, that would be a bonus.
No, it doesn't. He's having a
he should be
cue over
fine.
the top.
Just wants to time this well.
Yeah, doesn't want any hop in the white ball. He's hit it so well.
That's
Doesn't want to be
good.
straight.
That's
It's a brilliant shot.
That is inch perfect.
And we we're just saying how well he's been queuing the ball, and I think that's a great example. So a lot of us probably get a little bit of hang time off that. Get a little bit of a hop. Well, I know I do on occasion, that's for sure. Oh no.
Oh my God.
Oh no,
So
he's done all the hard work.
Yeah. I thought he may, I was going to say I'd be screwing the white ball back off the side rail, knocking it in and coming back out, not rolling it in like that. The reason why he was scared about overrunning the white, so he hit it actually a bit thicker, sort of by accident. I would assume so.
Yep.
We've all done it. And this is a massive let off. Now, I can tell you now this could actually blow up to 6-3, just with that one shot. I'm not surprised now. If we go 10, 15 minutes down the track and it's 6-3, but yeah, Luke's bleeding. He's going to have to get that one now out of his system. So, okay, it is what it is. Let's just move on. Justin, not even going to crack a smile here. He's just a robot. He actually wakes up like that. So Justin will take his pants and his shirt off, put him in the wash, and then his new pair he'll put them on, and then he'll go to bed. So therefore he can just wake up. He does his little head swirl in his pillow to get his hair right, and then just walks straight out the door. And that's how he prepares. Allegedly.
Incredible.
If I use that word, I can't get sued.
Incredible insight into the preparation of the morning and the life of Justin.
That's what the cameras show anyway. He does. So
I heard that he just puts a little mould on the head and it just keeps the hair in place overnight.
something like that. Yeah, it's like a shower cap. I think he uses a shower cap when he goes to bed. He loves the old shower cap.
Come on, Justin.
I remember the days having hair. You'd sort of just get ready for a tournament and you're sitting there in the mirror sort of looking, put a few bit of wax in your hair or whatever it is, gel, and spike it up a bit.
I still do that. I still got the hope that I've got
Oh, you
some
do
life left
actually.
in the hair.
It's actually pool room days. I used to have a bit of hair. That's how far back I'm searching for some hair.
Speaking of which, your first pool league was actually, we were together in our first pool league at Q Sports, and I think we're back in 2001, 2002 era, I'm pretty
That's when I
sure.
started in the yellow league. I've still actually got the trophy at home in my garage.
On the 9-footers? Was it 9-footers or 10-footers or something?
9-footers, no, it was
Big
9-footers.
tables, yeah.
Big tables, playing 8-ball.
And you beat me in the final of singles as well.
That's right.
That's where it all
And then
began.
my brother and I, our team name was called the Wogs.
It was.
My brother and I actually won the doubles. Was it against?
I'm pretty sure it was against myself and the late Andrew Binding.
Yes, that's right. It sadly just passed. So
Rest in peace, Andy, if Amanda's listening and friends and family.
yeah, great guy, Andy.
And it was during that time that you stated to me that one day you're going to play for Australia, and I'm pretty sure within that decade.
I actually can't even remember that actually. Because I first started playing and I was watching a lot of the 1996 World Championship with Jack Hake and JR, Alec, all these guys. I thought that was pretty cool. Like one day it'd be nice to go over there and give that a go, and and then one day when it does happen and you go over there and you're sitting at breakfast. I remember sitting at breakfast up at Blackpool and watching like Lee Kendall and Jason Twist and a few of these guys actually having breakfast, and I'm sitting there having breakfast like next to them on the table, thinking, "Wow, like this is weird." Like,
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like you just dream stuff and it can happen. So Bella, I think, is going 6-2. I think. Is it race to 7 or 8?
Race to 7.
So 6. No,
Race to 8. Sorry.
Race to 8.
Sorry.
6-2.
Alex won his match 8-2 against
Well done,
Grant
Alex.
Weekly. So the Masters has been completed. Which table is it? You got it. Oh, just nearly knocked the black in, but he's got himself a little combination here, the yellows in the bottom right corner, and can still land on this yellow as well.
Break, mate. Come on, Just. Come on, Just. Let's go, mate. Right, Justin. Come on, mate.
Alec, who's on the commentary? It's Michael Skerry and Jay Windross. Hope
Marty D reckons that Justin's got Lego hair.
Yeah.
It definitely looks like it's painted on.
Good thing
It
about Lego
never
hair.
moves.
Good thing about Lego hair is you just change the head.
You just take it off and put it on.
That's right.
Oh, shot, Luke. Great shot. Great shot.
Luke only has one visit here.
Yes, Just. Come on, mate.
Got 2.
Keep running. Come on, mate.
He's only got 1. I'm pretty sure Justin will be very happy about this.
Are you taking this one on the bottom right and trying to giving yourself a better angle on this yellow, or are you taking
I'm
it
not
now?
sure. I was sort of invested in Bella's last visit there. I've sort of missed the start of this frame, but I'm not sure what Luke's planning here.
I think we both have. There's been a bit of
Sorry,
action
guys,
going
yeah.
on the other couple of tables.
I'd really love to get over there and sort of watch Bella make history with herself anyway.
That's all right. Jamie is about. He did say he'd pop in if required. If you
Yeah, I'd love
pop
to.
up.
This match here with Justin Luke, this has still got a good hour and a half left in it.
It's all right, mate.
So is Luke going to maybe play yellow and a red on yellow, or is he just going to...
Is he looking
Is
to
he
play
looking
the
at
yellow
cutting?
off the yellow?
I think he's looking at cutting in the yellow and then coming across the table, but I think he misses the red. I think he misses them. He may even go in off.
Yeah, he's cutting to the left corner.
He's going to go in off, I think. Oh no.
Oh,
He did it
it's
way
a
too
fair
thin.
effort. Fair effort. Justin, I think Justin sort of knew he was getting to the table here in some capacity after
Look,
the last couple of yellows that have
Justin
gone
was
in.
loving the fact that Luke was putting out there onto him.
Come on, Vex, let's go.
The routine instructor. I'm tipping that is Scott Matthews.
Or the agent, or his agent.
Or his agent, yeah. Scotty, would you like to throw a $10 donation? Just a $10 donation this way. And Scotty's 70,000 followers. Man, if they threw a few donations this way, it would be quite amazing. Does a good job with all his trick shots and all that stuff. It's very, very entertaining.
Chingy,
Very impressive too.
Chingy, let us know how that grass goes, mate. We appreciate the input. If that's what your preferred method is to do, then absolutely go for your life. Justin's sort of left a little bit of this yellow on that possibly could double into the centre, a bit similar to what Angles did last night in the final frame against Kent. Dale Kent. And I think you've just got to take this on, don't you?
So what? W-A-T, ching, wet, ching, watching. Okay,
Yeah.
I get it. I got ya.
Oh, he's nearly got it.
An hour and a half, yeah. What, 7 hours.
Hour and a half for 7 frames. I think I'll go watch my grass
Well,
go.
watching. Do you mind putting up what you've done
Come on, mate.
in any of your sports?
Mr. Ching.
These
Chingy?
guys have worked their butt off. They've spent hundreds of thousands of hours practicing to get to this spot right now in a grand final of an Australian title. So, if it takes them 24 hours to get to 10, then I'm tipping they'll do whatever it takes. If you don't like watching, you don't like watching. That's all good. No one's forcing you. Just that's just part of it.
But please donate to the stream.
Yeah, no problem. Donate, and you'll be forgiven.
Come on, Kennedy.
Yeah, these guys have actually been playing non-stop, right from the day we got here, really.
Yeah. It started
9
with
in
the
the
plate.
morning, Yeah, 9 in the morning to literally 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night.
I think they would have. No, I think they went through the first round of the plate, so I think they would have started a little later in the day, but still first day around lunchtime. The doubles, I'm pretty sure.
So Justin just pulling up stumps here.
Oh my God, Justin! Who is he? That's filthy.
Karen, if you're listening, we're definitely not having a stab at Justin at all. We're just jealous.
Karen's listening.
We are very jealous. That's the only reason why we're so. No, just about how perfect Justin's hair and his setup is every time we see him.
Yeah.
It's
Look, I get a message from Justin every now and then to come and help him actually, brush his hair, get him ready for his matches. He likes the help. It has to be perfectly one way.
What's the shot here?
Just try not
Pick
to
the
foul.
gap. Pick the gap. Left hand side by the looks.
Yep, through the
trying
reds.
to catch a yellow.
Through the reds.
Oh,
just
and
try not to foul. That was it.
now
actually-
Justin's got one good shot, which he can take this to the bottom right corner, and he's out here.
Yes. If he doesn't, if he doesn't fancy it, then it's a dodgy shot. If he gets it, he wins. Well, he should win. If he doesn't, he loses instantly. So there's pressure on this shot. But I think it's the right shot because it might be hard to get onto later. And he's missed it. He didn't look comfortable on that. He really didn't. And that was such an important shot, obviously, because all the reds are there. So
We're sort of
like
caught
a-
up against the top rail, sorry, the side rail.
yeah. Well, like I said before, all Luke wanted to do then was not foul. If he didn't foul, he was still a sniff. And you
Yep.
saw.
Oh,
Still a sniff.
stop.
Oh, Lukey. Oh no.
Cueing the ball so well. He's just gone a little bit too deep on that white. Probably wanted to play that as a stun shot and just come back, just a two ball rolls. Like it just didn't need to go far. And he's been cueing so well. It's just taken off on him.
Can we get three of these?
Copy.
No. Oh, what a shot.
Gonna do some roaming commentary.
Oh, if he just missed that red then, wow, he's been, this has been such a big let off. I think, looking back at this now, if Luke does go on to lose this, he will think about a couple of these chances that he's had to actually take Justin's lead, take the lead off Justin. So this will be a massive shot, and the house will be brought down from the WA players if this goes in.
Brett Hampton, Scary, you qualified enough to be talking about people's hair. Look, I think he's forfeited his opinion on hair.
I'm just the jealous guy now.
What's in? Oh,
No, it's not in.
heavens.
No, it's not in. Look, I had hair once, and
To be fair, you
I used
still
to look
have
after
hair.
it. I used to look after it.
You
But,
just choose not to let it sprout.
That's right. It just sprouts in other places now.
Come on, Justin. Come on, Justin.
Joe Foster, partner of Luke Foster, watching closely.
Oh, is that okay? I wasn't sure who that was.
Wife of?
Looking after the family at home. I'm actually, I was wondering if she was coming down or not, but
Is it true, Joe? While we've got you here,
Get it going, mate. Come on, Kennedy.
is it true that Luke likes to go around and chop wood for fun?
Hold opposite hands. Come on, mate.
Zangief.
He's a big solid man and an absolute gentleman of a man as well. Another one I'm jealous of. Justin's landed a little bit in between two balls here.
Yeah, he may even be forced now to actually take the ball over the pocket at the top of the table, or if he wants to, just nick off.
Come on, partner.
He'd be nicking off this bottom one here and leaving the white ball at the bottom right end of the table. So there's no point in here taking any risks. Just nick off this bottom right end of the table, exactly like that.
Oh,
That's fine.
oh, that's fine. Didn't know if that went in or.
You cooked too well, yes.
Send some over if it makes me look like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that black is
Try not to foul.
on.
That's all he wants to do.
If he hits it well, he's come up. Oh no,
too high.
he's gone through.
So I would like in hindsight, yes, I can say whatever I want here because I'm commentating, and it's just so much easier from here. I'd probably be belting that if I was Luke and trying to get some movement on the black, the reds. Try and because if he hits it soft, is to get hit to knock it in half ball under that red in the pocket. it's a hard shot, and the last thing I want to see my opponent do is actually belt it really hard going to the black, because it could move my reds that are quite simple. So I was actually in this situation here. I'd be looking at trying to get some movement on the reds, trying to not foul, and just trying to make it that little bit harder. Maybe kill the black. You know, kill the black. Give myself another opportunity to get back at the table.
Well, generally you sort of have a little bit of a pre-plan where all your balls are when you're sitting down watching.
Yeah.
And then as soon as someone comes in and whacks a few balls around, you sort of have a reset.
That's right, correct.
You reset
and it can
that
throw
map.
you off, like especially when you play Trent. He just bashes the balls, and the balls go everywhere, and you've got to keep remapping.
Well controlled shot there.
That's a good shot there by Justin. There was actually a bit of pressure on that. If you missed, it was instant frame over.
Oh, he's got two.
Yes, you're right, actually. So
I'm pretty sure he's still got two.
Never mind. So it wasn't a hard shot. It was easy. So blue spot this on the snooker table. Doesn't matter, but yep, there it is. Blue spot. Look at that. That's almost perfect.
Good shot, mate.
So I was going to say, just make the decision to drag it in, and even if you miss it, it's good. Or you're going to have to commit and pot it and knock it in. But he's definitely done the right shot there, just exactly that.
Look at this crystal clear view.
Yeah.
Lovely shot, Justin.
Great
Copy,
shot.
Justin. Beautiful, mate. Steve, come away.
Yeah, good camera work there by Dan. And we have a bit of a buffer for the first time in the match, 5-3. Send us through some score predictions, people. There's 400 plus watching at the moment. Send us through some score predictions, what you think, who's going to win from here. Maybe your score prediction at the start, and maybe what you think it might be now, just two scores.
We have a 10-4 Foster, we have a 10-7 Sadic.
50% so far.
A 10-6 to Justin. A 10-6 to Justin. So a little bit swaying to Justin's side at the moment. Marty reckons 11-10. We're going to race to 10, so he's changed that to 10-9.
Because it's 10, yeah. If they got to 11 in a race to 10, it'd be pretty weird.
What would your thoughts be having to win by 2 frames?
No good. There's no pressure. I'd rather see a 9-all. Like I've been on a 9-all.
a 9-all, and basically like tennis, like a 9-all and winning by 2 frames. It gives your opponent an opportunity to break as well.
It's good. Nah.
No.
Just you win the lag then. You know, try your guts out on the lag. I think it's perfect. I think everyone would love to. I want to see a 9-all. Like I'm not even playing. I want to see a 9-all. I want to see a 9-all, and then a 6-red shootout, best of 3, or a race to 3. I mean, how crazy would that be?
Yeah.
You know, maybe they'll do that in the future. You know what? There's probably a lot riding on.
This could be it for Bella. Bella with the red over the bag and the black in the open.
For the win, actually.
Correct. This could be for the win.
We
might get Dan to zoom in on this back table.
If we can just zoom in there.
The players are holding up for Bella to play this shot, I'm pretty sure.
Come on, Belle.
Got a long red in the top left corner, and the black's open around the centre of the table.
Just wants to get
Near
a
the
good
centre
white
pocket.
here. Come on, Bella. Looks. How do?
A shot is a shot.
Come on, Belle.
Come on. Steely-eyed, knock it in, and you're going to have your very young Australian champion, one of the best female players in Australia right now and for a very long time. Maybe there's another frame.
Maybe we went off in the holster.
Yeah, sorry about that, Ben. We're a bit premature.
What is the score? What if I look at it?
What a break.
Oh, oops. We have gone off in the holster here. Sorry, guys. We were just preparing for the final.
Well, I was all worked up, and then now it's Just like I lost again last night. I have that feeling again, like she's got to go do it again. So I just rode a big roller coaster right then, and it's just been snatched out from under me. So she's going to have to do it again.
Nice spread here. Very nice spread. Look, these reds are lovely.
I'm actually going to hand over to Jamie Stevens. I'll hand over Jamie Stevens for a little bit. I'm going to go support Bell, and then I might jump back later.
Thanks for joining us, Mika. Almost a free shot there where he could land in two different spots. If he went a little bit too far, he's got the safety of the balls on the right side. If he landed a bit short and landed straight, he could take the red on the left-hand side. As the one and only man himself, Jamie pops into his throne and joins me on comms. Jamie, welcome.
Thanks, buddy. Shout out to Dax for donating 50 to Cuball and mentioning my Miss Black last night. Much appreciated, buddy.
He did say every time he mentions something about you, he'll donate 50. We've only seen one $50 donation so far, so he must be stewing on something.
I won't lie, I'm not over it yet. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that.
Jamie's shirt was white when he woke up this morning. It's red. It's gone transparent.
It's actually been burnt. We're not going to talk about that anymore. I want to get on with this match. And I feel I've been watching this on the sidelines, and I just feel that missed opportunity from Luke, that last frame was really key. And I actually made a comment to a couple of people I was chatting to. I said, I reckon this match is over, because I think that was a real key moment in the match. Obviously, there's plenty of frames left, but this guy on screen right now, Justin Sage, is absolutely relentless. Doesn't ever take the foot off the pedal, and just punishes errors.
And he almost grinds you down as well, because he's so methodical. He plays the percentages and he just takes his time. Like you're almost sitting there thinking, come on, like get on with it. Like you're killing me here.
Yeah, look, he's world class. It's as simple as that. He's world class. And I think in all fairness, regardless of whether Luke goes on to win this match or whether he gets beaten, I think he's had an absolutely sensational nationals. His team's in the grand final. He's in the singles final. I think he'll be pretty happy with overall how things have gone thus far.
From what I've seen so far, I'd be more than happy to leave Luke on a straight ball compared to leaving him a two-rail kick shot to get out of a snooker.
Yeah, he played some big shots. Well,
phenomenal
we
shots.
both know that it's best to leave me on a straight ball.
I didn't want to say it. I
thought that's what you were angling at, mate. I just thought I'd get in there and just punish myself before you did it.
Beat me to it.
Come on, Justin. Come on, Kennedy. Let's go, mate. Let's go, Bella. Come on, Justin.
Justin's 7-0 up on Steve Mountford in the Australian Cup final. A race to 8.
Yeah, that's a big score line.
Very big score line.
Shot, Bella. Great shot, Bella. Shot, Justin. There you go, Justin. Come on.
Justin's just landed slightly awkward here. Should still be okay, but just slightly
Just a
awkward.
matter if this ball passes freely or not.
I think it's more a matter of the angle he leaves himself in the next yellow.
Drops it in.
Shot, Justin.
Drops it in. It should be okay.
Come on, mate. On a string, mate. Come on.
On screen, it looks like he's got a slight angle, and ideally you'd want to be dead straight on so you can just drop it in and roll forward a touch. But still don't see any problems here, of course. He's hitting high on the white. That's interesting. Oh no, he's all right.
It's a right for a little bit.
Let's go, buddy.
While this frame goes ahead, we're just going to pan over to the Australia Cup table. Justin's just nicely on this last red.
Oh, he's missed
Oh
it.
no! Commentator's curse.
That is all that is
I didn't
seeing the winning line. That's all that is. He's seen the finish line and he's just taken his eye off the pot because he just figures I've won this match. And that happens a lot. But look, this fellow on screen now, Steve Mountford, I believe, is even if he gets these, he's got a big hill to climb. He's landed on the only pocket that the black doesn't go to. Incredible.
Oh no, Steve has stitched himself up here royally.
And meanwhile as well, Isabella De Giorgio's on the hill. 7-2, I think it is.
Yeah, Mick couldn't sit in his seat still. He wanted to be over there in her corner. Lyndall got the win in the plate when these two met in the final of the plate. So Bella is keen to not only get this one, but her first Australian title as well.
So I think the international rules actually suit Isabella more than the two-shot game. And I actually made comment. I said, geez, if she can't beat Lyndall in international rules, she's going to struggle to do it in two-shot. But thus far, giving herself a great account of herself out there. And you know what? Isabella might be, if she goes on to win this match, might be the youngest female to ever win the Australian title. I'm not 100% sure, but she might be if she goes on to win this match. And is an absolutely elite cubist.
Well, if anyone in the live chat there knows any different, please update us.
There we go, folks. This black to win 8-0 Australia Cup singles final.
Sorry guys, we'll keep you updated on the other side. Congratulations, Justin, the inaugural winner of the Australian Cup singles.
I've never seen anything like this before. He's taken 3 days to shake his hand. This is really weird. What's going on here? I think he doesn't realise it's over yet. No, now he does. That was really weird. I think we've actually seen a conclusion of a match like that before. That was weird. Anyway,
Normally the person who's lost the match is generally chasing the guy around celebrating to shake his hand.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't think he'd realise the match was over. I think he was just checking. But anyway, back to the action. Now, obviously, if you want to watch the women's final, because obviously it's there's probably a few Victorians or SA players want to see it. You can switch to the other channel, but obviously our focus will be on this men's final.
You won't be listening to us. There won't be any commentary on there, unfortunately.
Really important for Luke to get these. He has a good opportunity, and scoreline needs to be leveled up a little bit by him.
Ron, I don't think that was a fact. I think he was updating pull stat because the players are doing their own scores, and I don't think he realised that he was actually that was the final frame. So, sorry, Jamie, I missed yellow there.
Yeah, look, potentially a bit of scoreboard pressure creeping in. I think what a lot of people don't realise, it's easy to sit there, obviously, commentate, watch the screen, whatever. It's tough out there, it really is. There's a lot of pressure.
Tanya Aitken, 95.
Tanya Aitken, actually Tanya Aitken is a superstar player, and she was probably young when she won it, so maybe 20. There you go. I actually don't know how old Bella is. I think she's around 20.
Yeah,
but anyway,
she's
she's not there yet. I don't want to put the moz on her.
Yeah, we don't want to go off in the holster.
And if anyone has the fighting qualities to come back from a deficit like that, it is Lyndall. She's an absolute bulldog of a player. She doesn't let go, always fights, and that's why she's a 7 or 8 time, whatever it is, she's Australian champion. She's the best player this country has seen in the women's division. But is it time for a change of the guard?
She was sitting back relaxing, pina coladas.
And I can promise you now, if she rattles off a couple of frames, oh wow, she's just missed a very easy pot. Probably shouldn't be talking about it. The light's right in the way of the table, so you can't see it. But yeah,
Justin's got a tricky little look out here on reds. He's got a he's missed that. They've both missed that pocket now. Just had to get side to side of the table, and probably would have taken the red on the left rail
Now,
as his last ball.
if this yellow passes to the bottom left, that's it, sort of central to the table, he's got a good angle to stun down to near the balk line to get on this yellow that's been blocked. And also, he's just toying with, he's just checking to see whether this yellow passes the red underneath. So, well, okay, well that doesn't go clearly. But the one just above the black, as we view it, does. And in that goes, and I think Luke's looking at going up table, and I think he believes that this yellow passes underneath the red off the right side. So if it does, good opportunity.
We had the discussion yesterday or the day before about Luke, the woodsman, throwing the axe around.
The lumberjack.
Correct. Jo, his wife, is in chat at the moment, and she confirms that he chops wood for fun. Goes around the neighbourhood and just...
That does not surprise me at all. Hello, Jo. I've actually never met you before. I'm sure you're lovely. And you must be very proud of your husband, Luke. He's had a great Nationals, I think. And he's a stellar bloke too. He really is. He's a really down-to-earth, great guy.
Absolutely.
He's actually tried to go underneath that.
Ooh, this could be a little spot of bother for Luke now.
And this is the problem on the scoreboard. When you get down, Luke knows he's had a couple of chances, and suddenly you feel like you need to force the issue a bit to get the frames on the board. Yep. And sometimes you can dig yourself in even more trouble. And he doesn't want to let this go because of the red on the reds are in awkward positions, left and right side of the table. He doesn't want to let this opportunity go. He wants to bring this yellow into play.
Looks like he's going to try and knock this out.
I think he's going to try and chop it inside the red and swap the balls around. This is thinner than you think. Yeah, he's tried to.
Not bad. If he doesn't leave this on the long red,
he has though.
Oh, he's got one in the centre though. There's Justin. So
I don't know if Justin will take that.
I don't think there's another option.
The only reason I say that is
he's not on the long red.
If he plays the ball up the rail onto the other red and it clears the pocket, like it turns over and goes towards the back rail, it'll leave the yellow open. He's still got this ball on the rail that he's about to play now, which is why I think he's denying that. And Justin will be well aware of that too. Because I think if you play that plant up the rail, the chances of leaving the red that you hit over the pocket is quite low. I think it'll turn over and hit to the back rail.
I feel like Justin's taking this on 6-3 up.
But I think he's doing it in a more calculated way. So this is a shot to nothing now, the ball down the right side cushion. I mean, he can even... Not sure what's going on with the camera there. It's a bit of movement.
I think might be Barry Kitchener Jr. just kicking the tripod. Barry's using his left foot like a double kick.
Yeah, just practicing his drumming. So Justin is taking that ball down the cushion and left Luke a lot. I assume Luke's going to try and punch this inside the red. This is a tough shot. And
he's come off second best. Maybe a little bit of result. But
people at home are going to go, what the hell was that? That was terrible. Well, that was actually a tough shot. And I don't think he had a lot of choice. Has had, though, some good fortune with the white. This otherwise would have been very straightforward, where he could have just promoted ball down rail, and if it goes in, it's obviously 2 shots still. Otherwise, he carries on with his 1 and clears. Now he can't play that ball first, so a little bit more work to do than what he would have had initially if there was some separation between the white and the red that he's on now. So
maybe he can see it. Maybe he can get the edge.
Even kick off. No, he's just getting onto it. Played it well.
Yeah. Clever little shot there.
And really here The transition to the black, it looks so simple because it's in the middle of the table. The order that he's going to take these balls in and the angles that he's going to have. So he's going to drop this in. He's going to have an angle coming around. Like, he's got to negotiate the yellows on his final. Actually, no, I tell a lie. He's going to land really straight on this red. He's
I
fine.
think he's just going to roll this dead weight and try and land sort of left side of centre, just so he can push into the rail.
Yeah, he's just going to be straight as he can on it.
Yeah,
he's fine.
Great shot. Good shot. Clever shot.
Does have a small amount of angle, but will be able to slightly pinch the pocket to hold the white in place. He's just over-screwed this a touch and just made this more difficult than it needed to be.
He's over or under-screwed it.
I think he's played for the middle. And I'm not sure if he's going to take the cut to the corner of the middle here. It's obviously a preference thing. He's looking at both options. Looks like the middle is the pocket of choice.
I don't know. I think the bottom left corner is the option. I mean, if you miss it and you draw it, you're leaving yourself a bit of an option.
I think he's going the middle though. No, you're right. He's going the corner. I think he was just checking the in off maybe. But you can see him. He's hitting low on the white.
Just avoiding that centre pocket.
So I think we're zoomed in enough there, Dan.
Quality of the camera these days.
Oh, he's gone the double. Oh, he's fooled us all. He's fooled us all. That was actually the last shot I expected him to play. But as you can see, did have white ball safety in mind as well. And this is what I mean about Justin. You think, oh, I'm going to get a good chance here, and he plays a shot that just keeps applying the pressure.
I think the yellow goes in off the black here.
Yep, agreed. But you still got to hit it right, and Luke doesn't like it. Not sure what he's looking at here. Is he looking at dropping the one into the left middle? I don't like this. Oh no, he's looking to the safety.
Left. No, I think he's going left middle and looking at dropping the yellow on the left into the right centre. Wow!
Oh, I know. What a great shot.
Been cueing the ball so well.
Actually, that was actually a much harder shot than it looked. He played that very, very well. And you just see on the other table there, Lyndall has got another frame on the board. You can't let this woman keep getting frames. Even if she's behind by 5, she will keep fighting. And Luke gets a much needed frame on the board, 6-4. This will make the scoreline. And as I said, he's had a couple of really good chances earlier on in this match. The scoreline could have been very different to 6-4, but obviously that's what he's got to accept right now.
Justin just landed a little bit too straight on that ball, that yellow or the red. Yellow in the corner, was it red that he was on?
Yeah, and look, that I do believe he played for middle, and he's actually hit it well. But a touch of adrenaline can make you just slightly overplay balls. So that's probably all it was. Lyndall cut breaking, and you can actually see Lyndall's. She intentionally wants the match to slow down and turn into a tactical battle. I think she feels that she has the edge and would rather have a clustered setup.
Choice of break also from Stacey this week as well. They haven't been breaking too well.
Yeah, I've banned anyone that cut breaks. I ban them from my life.
Oh, he's hit them well.
In actual fact,
he's hit them well. Look at this spread. If this is a frame, to get it back to a one-frame deficit, this is the one. These reds are looking plumb.
Yeah, this is the one time you do not want to be a lumberjack and chop this up. This is these are very nice, but still need to map it and play it correctly. It's easy to say these are real easy, and then if you don't, if your mapping isn't correct, things can go wrong very quickly.
Marty D reckons cut breaks are awesome. just to
Look, I don't even know why I don't like it. I think the reason I don't like them is because originally they were designed to slow frames down and create tactical frames. And obviously with the quality of cloth and tables and the way things have changed, it's quite an advantageous break to a lot of players now. But I'd love to see a rule come in that says you must hit front ball
must hit the number 1 ball.
or it's a foul. But anyway, that's just obviously that's a personal opinion thing. It's don't ridicule me for it. It's just a personal thing. I'm sure other people have a similar view, and other people think the complete opposite. So lovely shot there from Foss, and he's in good shape now. Just wants to land on this balk line ball with an angle to just drop onto the red that's close to the cushion, or he may just play for the centre ball next. It's obviously a choice thing here. But I think that the ball over the centre he'd like to leave till last just so he can link up the black really nicely.
Yep, I couldn't agree more.
And in actual fact, he's left himself a really nice angle, if I'm reading it correctly, to just stun across the table and land on his second last red. And that's what
Control that really well.
beautifully played. And just needs to make sure that nothing funky happens here with this yellow that's potentially could come into play if he just rolled it in, for example. So just needs to, one more shot, just needs to cue it nicely,
Just
nice
get
and
to the
smooth.
balk. Just get to the balk. I think he doesn't.
Lovely.
Very nice. Very nice.
And not only will he get these, but he's done it quite quickly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that can have an impact. Obviously his score was 6-3, and it's 6-4, and now it's very quickly going to become 6-5, and that doesn't look like such a comfortable scoreline anymore in Justin's camp. So
I'm pretty sure that this would be the first master break we've had in the singles final so far.
which I think in itself is a little rare, but I think both these guys, as much as they attack the balls very well when they get amongst them, I don't think the balls have been breaking consistently amazing throughout the carnival. So I guess it doesn't surprise me. It does surprise me a little bit, but
I think it's so much why we're surprised about how good the balls land after potting the ball off the break.
Absolutely. They've been flinging to rails a lot, and the balls down the cushion at the start of the tournament were quite simple. They were much easier to pot. They're getting much trickier now. They're not sliding in as easy with a bit of wear on the cloth. It only takes a few days of constant play.
Yeah. The amount of frames that have been played on, and we've been playing for 12, 13 hour days. We're playing on the main tables that have been played on all the time. They've been practiced on. They've had the 6 red shootout on them. They've just been constantly used. So,
and you're always going to get them not slide in as much, and I think that's why a lot of the players are. You've seen them draw a bit, and they're just sitting there. But anyway, another really good opportunity for Luke to level the score after a dry break from Justin.
these reds look good. These reds look really good. A little bit of a tight transition down the bottom of the table from the red near the black and also the red below the black.
Yeah,
Can be a little tricky.
I feel the key shot's coming up after this shot right now. So this is, for me, the key shot. He needs to transition centre table land as straight as he can, actually, on that ball over left centre. Now, the reason I say that is he can just stun back a touch, and then he's very nicely positioned to run through and get on the ball to the bottom left. And obviously, if he gets low on that, he can just come offside cushion or just stun if he gets just a bit straight. And it's quite simple from there. So for me, this is the key shot. And played that very well.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
Wow. He's been queuing so well. Probably only wants to come back probably a couple of inches. Even if he's not straight, you might even like just a tiny bit of under angle, just so the white can go towards the side rail more, just so he can get that gap.
Yeah, whatever you do, don't overscrew this. And that's fine. He's just made sure of it as well.
Get that gap between the yellow and the black.
In actual fact, playing this with a bit of conviction, coming off side rail is probably better. Just depends on how straight he is. Difficult to tell. The other option he's got as well, if he is a touch straight, he can just drop this in. White ball stays where the red is, and then he's got the bottom left one where he can come off the back rail and then back up for the red. And I think he's just sort of considered that option. So he may just drop this in dead weight. Just depends on how he's feeling. He's gone through.
And he's got a nice little angle as well.
He actually had more angle than we realised.
Yeah.
And he's picked the gap beautifully there.
Yeah, it's perfect.
So once again, important shot. Wants to be very straight on his last. It's very rare that you want to be really dead straight all the time, but being dead straight on this won't be a bad thing. You can just stun back probably. Wow,
Thank
all
you.
day, every day.
Yeah, thank you very much. The $120 donation and putting your support in the Fozzie camp. It looks like that's come through right at the right time, because I don't see him not levelling up here.
Yeah, Newcastle as well. Thanks, buddy. $20.
Thank you very much, Newcastle. Thank you much. Just trying to be people of the world and give you guys a lot of nonsense instead of white noise.
And all day, every day. Don't know who you are, because I'd love to know who you really are, your real name. These donations are much appreciated, and obviously Dan's coverage it just gets better and better. He's got more equipment, and every dollar that he makes off this, he throws it into the equipment to make the stream for you guys better.
Absolutely. Brent, a $10 donation as well, asking if there's any shirts with a logo to let him know, which I think, he has. He's bought himself a shirt, so thank you very much, Brent, for your support. I really appreciate your support. Yeah, sorry that it's probably a little bit out of stream. Dan's nice formed arms, but his head cut off in that image.
So Luke from 6-3 down, run a couple on the spin, got himself to 6-all with the break. And this is an important break. Just cracks it. And doesn't find a ball.
He does find a ball. He's got the one as well.
No. Walks off.
Look at those yellows.
Tongue comes out of mouth.
Even the reds as well. There's options here for Justin.
I think yellows only because
if that yellow passes into the centre.
If he likes the reds, he's immediately going to attack that ball right side cushion with his first visit.
I think he's going to go reds here. I think he fancies just trickling in the red near the centre and landing on that red down the bottom left as his last ball.
Yeah. So this is obviously the key shot for Justin. Right now, first visit, he's going to try and dislodge this ball off the side cushion.
Scotty Parker, thank you very much for your donation. No doubt you were watching the stream, watching your father play.
Yep, Scotty Parker.
Australia,
doesn't mind a moustache. Doesn't mind a mo.
Well, you got to have some facial hair, don't you?
Yep, good lad, Scotty Parker.
Just glance it. It's just enough.
Yeah,
just
that is
enough, I think.
Just enough. But the transition might be trickier than he would have liked.
This is a little bit tougher now, because now you definitely don't want to turn the table over here because all the yellows are on.
See, what Justin wanted to do was play that ball. He just moves a touch last, so we could just drift down and be really straight on this red and left middle. But the angle that he's got to play that, I don't think he can do that anymore.
You've got to land low. You've got to pop this red in the left corner and land low now, and possibly try and knock it again.
You think you need to move it a second time?
Yeah. And maybe knock it lower on the table so it's an option to play.
There's also merit in playing into it with pace. And trying to draw the white ball down table as well, and then you'll actually be on the other red in the left middle anyway. So if he gets into this a bit, and even if he sends it all the way down the other end of the table, so expect this to have some right hand side on it, just to try and carry the white through.
I think we also aren't discounting the fact. Gozzy Girl, thank you very much for the $20 donation, muchly appreciated.
The chain reaction has started.
I think when we're overlooking the fact that he can still get on this bottom left red and pot it naturally, and still come out for the last red in the centre as well.
So I may be misreading this, but I don't think he can give it enough pace to get down straight on this red. But the way he's looking, he feels comfortable with it. So Justin's the player out there that's got to play the shot, and if he feels good about it, then it's obviously doable. This is a tricky little shot.
Needed to be a little bit straighter for that second option that I was thinking about.
Yep, he was okay.
Oh, what a shot!
He
That's
was
a great
okay.
shot. Oh, that's a brilliant shot.
Couldn't have hit it better, really.
Daniel, Rochelle, you can keep your family politics into your messages. Dan, who was on his 5-minute lunch break about 2 hours ago, was just telling his much better half to get to work.
Justin says, make sure he can pull the wide out here. Ooh, oh my
Oh,
God,
it's a wobble
it's
ba-
stuck to it. It's
that's
stuck to
wobbled
it.
back.
Watch his face. He's going to be
That's
filthy.
wobbled back.
He's going to be filthy.
Oh my gods.
Actually, you know what? He is actually, his facial reaction hasn't changed, so I think he's on it. Because it looks horrible on screen.
That yellow wobbled back and it looked like it didn't put it.
Okay.
We panicked for no reason.
Yeah, trust me, if that had a stuck and it would have been snookered, you would have seen a very different facial reaction. Got away with that, I think, a touch. Although he would have been really unlucky to not be on that, so.
Oh,
Shouldn't say he got away with it because he controlled the shot.
can get a little bit of the Bella.
It's actually amazing how many people are probably
Match.
watching this and they're at work.
Match. Yeah, I know. We forget that we're.
They've secretly
got
got
the
they've got their own office and they're just throwing the stream on the second screen. Got a spreadsheet up on the other one, pretending to be an accountant or something.
Well, at least if they're typing in chat, it sounds like they're working. E1, I hope you're okay. I don't know what you're trying to do there, but hope your thumbs or fingers or whatever you're trying to use there are okay.
Still intact. So a big shot for Lindell. You can see just on the screen we switched to. She's getting out of this snooker to pop the yellow over the pocket.
Sort of see right behind this, and she's got it. Yeah, she's got it. She's got it. Oh, she touched it.
Oh wow!
She's touched it but hasn't potted it.
That actually might be her best result.
Yeah.
Because now she's actually put the pressure on Bella to make a big. Oh no, there's one over the pocket on the left side of the table. So this is a great opportunity for Bella here to win this match.
Sort of got a replay here, the delayed view.
I don't even know how she hasn't popped this. This is insane.
Yeah, it's caught the knuckle first and it's gone into the yellow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is absolutely crazy.
This could be, as long as she doesn't go off in the centre, or go past the black. Oh, I think she might have gone a little touch far.
Look, all I know is she has a shot, and that is better than not having one. So
Yes, correct.
oh, this needs to travel.
Oh,
It has.
What a shot. That's a brilliant shot.
Obviously, just getting the break.
Justin's
Finds the
got a
ball, and I
finally.
reckon he'll take a second or two. Dan, flick it back. Go on, buddy. Let's have a look at this. She looks plum. She looks plum on this black. There's a Bella de Giorgio. Congratulations on your first Australian title and maybe the youngest female to ever have won, and the emotion pours out. Absolutely sensational. Michael Skerry in the background there, almost crying as well. Julie. Incredible scenes and amazing
All the
for Australian
Victorians
8-ball.
are feeling a little bit emotional, I think.
Doesn't matter what state you're from, that age. That's great for Australian pool. Meanwhile, back to this match.
Justin's missed the red. He chose to go reds, and he's missed the long red in the bottom right corner.
I think he's tried to flick it off the yellow and open it up.
I tend to agree, because that's the only smart option there.
But played it at such weight that would have kept it. It keeps it in the vicinity for potentially a second go at it. And Luke's got he's got a tricky layer of balls here that he's got to deal with, and it wouldn't surprise me if he just drops this in and just tucks in for a little snooker. But he has been quite aggressive, so might be looking for the finish as well.
I think he wants to get to the top end of the table here and possibly get his yellow underneath these balls down the bottom here, because he can almost nudge his yellow a little bit better on. He's got the yellow in the centre pocket.
I'll tell you what, to me, I thought he struck that fantastic. I just thought the table just let him down a little bit there. I thought it just ran a little slow back and forth. I thought he hit that really good.
It's definitely probably about 3 or 4 inches shorter than what you're probably expecting. But white going back across the table, it is a bit of a difficult cut, but oh yeah, that's a bit annoying.
I'm just wondering if this yellow that's near the 2 reds at the bottom right, if it actually goes clean or not. If it does, that actually makes this shot. It makes this shot look worse than what it is, because he would have had a really good chance to clear here. Still got to take it on, I believe. Take it on bottom left. Take it, maybe play it dead weight if that yellow is on over the bottom right. Has options.
Mm-hmm.
And that is not in.
It's not in, but it's a little bit of a result. Tiny little bit of control, but
Justin will tuck up here. He will just put this red over the pocket, I reckon. But he wants to do it in such a way where Luke doesn't pot it and take control of both bottom pockets. But I feel he probably needs to play it.
Make sure he covers the pocket, nudges the yellow a little bit lower as well.
Yeah, that's pretty
great
good.
shot.
And this is, and we'll just touch on it real quick. And this is where, let's just say, and I'm pretty sure it will happen, is next year all the Australian titles will use international rules. Mm-hmm. This is the sort of shots you won't see anymore.
Yep.
Because they'll actually be punished by the turnover rule.
Yep.
So
correct.
The style of play will change dramatically,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it'll actually promote more attacking pool as well. So there is still a lot of tactics involved in that, but it's just different style, and people will need to adapt to it.
You find players.
What a shot!
You find players blocking paths rather than blocking pockets.
Yep, and let's just say it's international rules. That's a turnover, and Reds they're gone.
I would be calling that a foul, pushing through the ball.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
So,
but just let's say that wasn't.
yes, let's say it was a legal shot.
Shows the power of the turnover versus and the one-shot ball in hand system, rather than giving 2. And with 2, you can use your first shot to try and manipulate a ball into a position where you can create something. Look, there are arguments for both rule sets, of course, and it'll probably be an argumentative or debatable thing for years to come. Now, Justin, I think he's just tried to flick this to make the red on. Probably overplayed the white ball a touch to make this a more simple shot.
Thank you for the message, Lee. I'm just the middleman. I'm getting all the knowledge here from Jamie.
Yeah. I don't know if I know anything about this game after what happened last night, but anyway, that's why I'm probably sitting in this chair and not out there striking balls, because yes, well, we've seen what happens when I try and do that.
Look, a multiple Victorian Australian rep. Pretty sure you've got a lot of credentials.
Yeah, I've got some good memories and some bad ones. Well, he's missed that by a long way.
This could be the point for Luke.
I almost think he just got rushed into a shot there because of the 30-second call. I think he just got rushed into playing a shot that he wasn't really comfortable with and hadn't made up his mind entirely what he wanted to do. So,
Dax, I thought we had an agreement that you were going to donate every time you wanted to pop a little stab in it.
So let me get this right. Every time I mention that miss black the dead straight black that I missed last night, that like everyone's grandmother would have pot, Dax will donate $50. Is that how I'm understanding this?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, Dax, I missed a dead straight pot in the black last night, mate. Give us $50.
You didn't need that last week. Oh, sorry.
Good shot
Yeah,
from
it's
Luke.
a great shot. Great shot. Now he just taps this one in the centre. yellow across the table into the other centre.
And thank you, Eddie, for your $10, mate. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
This is actually, I know this looks really simple, and it is, but this is actually really important that he doesn't screw back off his ball to the side cushion. He wants to be straight just so he can just punch the wide out a touch.
Yeah.
You don't want
to.
Yeah. No, not this shot. The next shot. You don't want to be on the side rail here and complicate. You just want to be straight on, so you can just punch the wide out a touch and play in the left centre. And a lot of people, when they're learning to play, they'll try and get that sort of angle. They'll try and land like that. But this is perfect. Absolutely perfect.
I have to, myself personally, I'm probably trying to get as close to the red down the bottom, just to leave an angle for the white to naturally travel high.
The only thing I care about when I play that previous shot is that I have good cueing at this yellow as straight as I can be.
Yep.
So that way I can just punch the white out, half a foot and be really neat. He's going to use the rail, it's fine. But let's just say he's on the side cushion. He can't play that shot without checking it up.
Yep, correct.
And it's just little things, and I'm hoping that maybe people are watching at home that are trying to improve their game or whatever. And that's the only reason I'm pointing this stuff out, is just, it could help somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whoa! That looked a touch dodgy for a second, didn't it?
He looked like he was a bit hesitant when he played that. He sort of sat up a little bit, hoping that it's going to catch the fall away just to the right of that pocket. We're back even.
So the big bearded beast is still in this match, 7-all against the ever consistent superstar in Justin Sage,
who's probably, if he wins this, you could almost give him Player of the Carnival.
Whoa, tough one. It's a tricky one. Robbo's stats were miles ahead of anybody else. 83.3% might be the highest I've ever seen shot at the Nationals.
Absolutely.
Made the plate final. Obviously got beat.
And I think in the quarters.
Sorry. No, sorry, not the plate. No, he won the plate, didn't he?
He won the plate, lost in the quarters of the singles.
Yep. So, tough one to call.
Justin's made the final of the plate, the final of the singles, second in the stats, just under 80%.
Yeah, it's a tough one to call.
Yeah. How are the yellows here, Jamie? How much could we pay you to go red here?
I'll tell you what, the Foss is breaking like an absolute weapon at the moment.
If you're on the hill here, how much would it cost you to go red?
You couldn't make me do it. The prestige of winning an Australian title would be too high. And you got to remember, this is 100% prestige. It's nothing to do with money. It's nothing to do with anything else. It's 100% prestige and legacy. It's all this is.
Oh, nice shot.
And I'll tell you what else would be wonderful for Luke is that his brother Ben has won the Australian title.
Yep.
They're close brothers.
Yep.
Similar in age, I'm guessing. And you'd never know they're brothers by looking at them. But how good would it be for a couple of brothers to have both won the Australian title?
Both quite, I don't want to say timid, but quite quiet, gentlemen-like.
They're just
good humans.
Straight up normal dudes. Yeah, they really are good guys. And as are like, the most of this community. We really are. We are really lucky to have such a good group of people, all with a common interest.
Yep.
And if you're watching this and you just enjoy pool and you're thinking of getting involved a bit more, or you maybe have some children that might be interested, there is a lot of resources out there that you can access in every state.
Oh, great chat.
To get yourself underway and build good friendships.
Mm-hmm.
I could think of worse sports, let's put it that way. So, transitional work to be done very shortly, and this is very important. Needs to get angle to come back down right side of table.
Nice bit of angle.
Well, he's just going to stun down the centre of the table now and take the half ball and play black same pocket, I believe.
Yeah, he
doesn't have to do anything fancy.
Look, my issue is that he's got to worry about the black. He's overscrewed a couple of shots already.
Wow, good call, Jay, because
he
did get close to his work, didn't he?
Oh, jeez.
I thought he'd come squarer than that and be happy to leave the half ball, but he's still good here.
Black in the same pocket, are we?
And there you go. And there is advantages of looking like a lumberjack. You can just break like this and pot out all the time. And correct me if I'm wrong, Jay, but this is the first time in the match that Luke has taken the lead.
It's
Unless he won the first frame, but
he won the first frame. He won the
that's
first frame.
second time. But I mean, yes, he's trailed all match pretty much, and hasn't really missed a ball. So I think, to be fair, in last four frames.
Race to 10. Race to 10. We're on serve, basically. Luke has been able to hold his last two breaks. Justin went dry in the last break, but still managed to win the frame. Oh no, he didn't. Sorry, no, he didn't. He had the opportunity, but didn't take the.
And Joe Foster's just mentioned that Luke said that his kids aren't allowed to play pool; they're only allowed to play golf or tennis. And that just shows the intelligence of the man. Like, yes, I agree.
Sort of the Ronnie O'Sullivan approach.
Well, you just look at the coin in that, eh? let's get our kids brilliant at a sport that they can support us when we get old. And hello to Karen as well. We've got the Clovers back on screen. Always a big supporter of her lovely son Justin. And Justin now with a big break himself. And just wondering if this 2-ball yellow plant does go comfortably or whether it needs to be created with some angle. If it's comfortable, you'd think he's going to play on it, but the way he's played this tells me he's going to pick them off instead.
Yeah, I think he just wants to run through and probably nudge the black just to make sure it doesn't get in the lane.
I think he's going past the black, so he's sort of got to soft screw this. Just got to be careful with his shot. Could even transition down table and pick off the yellow that's at the bottom of the table here, and then obviously use the ball that's in between the 5 to work his way back up. So has choices, but I think that's what I'm tempted to do if I'm Justin. But he keeps looking at this angle.
We've just ticked over 500 viewers.
There we go. He has gone down.
Looking anxiously, watching the end of the open singles final.
He's a bit straight. It's just a bit straight here.
Can he catch the yellow just to push the white up just a bit? But I suppose you're toying with the red going in the corner.
I'll tell you what's interesting about this is if he pulls this back and lands exactly where it is, the angle looks like it's going on the black really nicely to hold the white.
Great shot. Hayley, thanks for the message. Missing you and Maddie and the kids. I missed you last time I was over in Perth, so hope you guys are going well. I'll make sure I check in and give you guys a call. But thank you for tuning in.
And that's beautiful angle here to punch
nice.
this in, stun offside rail and land as straight as possible, or a slight angle on the final yellow. So this potentially a very good response from Justin after he's taken a bit of an onslaught from Luke here the last 4 frames. Jonesy, I don't know the answer to your question, mate. You probably even know and you're just trying to bait me, but I don't know how many Australian titles SA and Vic have won. If you're talking about combination-wise, honestly, probably nearly all of them. I think maybe WA's got one there in the middle somewhere.
Did New South Wales get one?
Actually, yes, New South Wales did win one in Darwin. I was unfortunately captain that year. It still makes me sick to this day.
Yeah, well controlled.
Good response from Justin.
I'm pretty sure this is the first run of his own break. I could be wrong. It might be his second, but a crucial time.
Much to the potential disgust of the viewers, if they have a very biased supporting view of one player or the other, I would love to see a final frame in this match. I think it's deserved. 8-all, you can't separate the two guys. They're both playing great pool.
Do we go to a wood chop off?
If you go to a wood chop off, I think Justin's in a little bit of trouble.
Yep.
Look at the back on this man. He needs a bigger name, doesn't he?
Yeah.
His name needs to be like Aloysius or something like that, where it just goes right across his back. That was the first name that came to me. Had that more than one syllable.
Oh, jeez.
I don't even know how that name popped in my head, but anyway. Anyone that's named Aloysius, I guarantee you they're just named Al.
I don't know if that's JDOS or JQY-DOS predictions for tonight.
That's
In
Jade.
the-
That's Jaden D'Amica.
That is Jaden D'Amica. What are your thoughts on the...
I'm going to be really biased here and say the only team that could beat SA this year was Victoria.
Luke has come up dry, I think, for the first time, apart from when he went in off.
All I'm going to say is if you want to win the Australian title tonight in the teams, don't play like Victoria did last night. Oh, half my teammate probably want to stab me after I've said that. But, nah, look, it was, it still hurts. Anyway, it's done and it's in the books.
We wish you all the luck tonight, though, Jaden.
It should be
You
a
and the
great
SA
final.
boys. Oh, absolutely. I mean, SA haven't dropped a match all nationals. It just had the draw. WA they just seem to get better as the nationals gone on. They're loud, they're vocal, they're enthusiastic, and they're just running on adrenaline at the moment.
Yeah, and deep talent pools in both states. And, don't miss unmissable blacks.
We
Correct.
had an agreement, Jadis, if you join the chat, if you're going to speak about the missed black bot from Jamie, you're going to drop a $50 donation.
Yeah, so Jados,
We'll look forward to seeing that $50 pop up.
grab your credit card number, buddy. Still haven't seen that extra 50 from Dax yet.
Yeah,
and
well,
I've just
that's
mentioned it twice now, so that should be 100. Anyway, Justin, good opportunity, going about his work, and I actually didn't catch who broke that.
That was Luke.
Luke's break, so
He came up dry.
he has had monstrous breaks the last two. Might say he was due, don't know, but obviously at this stage of the match you don't want a dry break, especially when you leave them on. And just a little bit of work here to do. You can actually just see Justin iron off, pot to the corners. Only thing you'll be making sure he doesn't do here is Chinese himself on the long pot. Just see him double checking it. He's going to, I think, play for the ball that's closest to the red next. Played it well. And expect here Justin to...
Just stun across for the yellow in the same pocket, you
Yeah,
reckon?
he should get these. I mean, he's done the hard work. Played it well.
Well controlled. Well controlled.
Pretty much wants the white ball to have the current line it has right now on the ball in the centre after he plays his shot.
Would love it straight back on the same spot, I reckon.
Yeah, just up a touch, and that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, he stopped himself from having any awkward queuing.
So Justin
Gets himself to the hill.
will retake the lead. This is big. And as I said, would love a dry break with balls all over the pockets next frame to take it to 9-all, just so we have a final frame, just for the entertainment value. But Justin, the relentless one.
We just wait. That's all right, Jados. We're still waiting for that 50 to pop up. Apology accepted.
And then for those, obviously, that want to know who have won previous national titles, I'm not 100% sure, but there's a very good chance that the archives are on the AEBF website, who won each year in each event. I'm not actually sure if it is or not. It's pretty sad that I don't know that really, but hopefully that information is on the AEBF website.
Yeah, you would have thought so. You would have thought so. Appreciate the kind word, Jonesy. Thanks for dropping by. He's got a ball.
Oh, look at the Reds. Look at the Reds.
Oh, Jesus.
He's going to take Reds all day here.
It doesn't really have a starting yellow, so it's going to be Reds anyway.
Even if he did have a starting yellow, he's not going to take him. He's going to take Reds.
Is he going the red near the balk and just running the white to the top red on the left?
Just wondering if he's tempted to take the rail ball straight off the bat or not. He's looking at it.
You've almost got too many options here.
So what Justin's just done then, just by me watching him walk around the table and look at things, he's checking to see if that ball that's directly below the white goes to the right middle. And if it does, he'll try and land straight on the ball on the cushion, which is why he's denied it now.
Yep. Oh, yeah, he's on that. That's all right. That's all right.
That was almost an early blunder.
We want to land probably level on the table with this red so he can drift up towards the red on the left rail. And as you said, he would probably just run that down and leave himself straight.
Yeah, if he
red
can
in the centre.
That'll be the key ball. If he can pot that ball down the rail and land nice and straight on that red in the right centre, he's just got to drop it in, and it's a Australian title. Justin Sage, but obviously still has to get it done. Plays that shot well.
Yeah, got a nice little bit of angle to drift up the table. Just need to avoid the yellow.
Now here's the thing, he can't land really straight on it because of the yellow. So he's going to have angle. So the question is then, does he play it with a touch of running side to pull the white off the rail and just bring it down a touch?
Look, the way these cloths have been playing, I don't think the white drifts too far off the rail, even if it's not too straight.
Or does he give himself a bit more angle so he can take the white ball more central? And that's what he's done. So now we can actually take the white ball more central. I still think he's going to play this with a touch of left-hand side, just so we can avoid the red.
Does he change now? Does he go bottom right, centre, and then take that one last?
I still think he's going to play this ball, but he keeps looking at it. It's like he wants to play it, but he's denying it in his mind. But he play this with a touch of running side. It doesn't have to be much. It just needs to bite the cushion a little bit and clear the red. And it's easy to say and sit here and do it, but it's a tough shot. You just, like I said, you don't have to load it up. You just got to play it with a little bit. It just needs to catch the rail with enough side to clear the red. You might even go high of it. No, he's gone underneath.
Oh, he's caught it.
It's in, and he's looking in good shape. And I think
that was the key shot.
Yeah.
That was that, as Scary and I were saying before. That was basically the black ball shot.
Yeah, and I think this is the end of Luke Foster's run. And just check that up beautifully. And this guy is that good that you don't imagine that he will miss anything from here. I could miss this.
No, it's red.
The next one, I mean, as long as he's dead straight on it. I could miss this, but I don't think Justin will.
For the Australian singles title.
And it's been a long time between drinks for Justin Sage's Australian title, and has that one in player of the carnival as well. You can actually see Robbo in the background there. And it will be quite an interesting presentation night, that's for sure.
Commiserations, Luke Foster.
Yeah, look, I thought that was a fantastic final from what I saw of it, and I think Luke will be still very proud.
What a nationals he's had.
And he's still got the team finals to go as well, so his job's not done yet.
He does.
So hang around, folks. We've got more to come. Not sure if it'll probably be a new stream.
There will be a new stream. We've got the team's women's and masters finals, followed by the 6 red, and then the open at the end.
Go get your coffee, pretend you're doing some work for another 20 minutes or whatever it is until we start our next, and we'll see you back soon.